From Rag Sherman Field at Kersh-Rooney Stadium in New Orleans, Crescent City Sports is proud to bring you high school baseball playoff action. Tonight it's Game 2 of a best-of-3 Division I quarterfinal series between the St. Augustine Purple Knights and the Brother Martin Crusaders. And a pleasant good evening to you, Ken Trahan. Tonight I'm double-teamed, so it's double jeopardy, joined by the former outstanding two-lane pitcher and coach of many years on the high school level, Kenny Forsang, and also joined by my not-so-old former college friend, not roommate. I could never put up with him. No, it's the other way around. But my lifelong friend and, of course, longtime sports historian, sports journalist, and God, it's being inducted in every imaginable Hall of Fame. I think he's creating a few now just to put his name in those. Ro Brown. Hey, Ro, good to have you with us.
Kenneth and Kenny, thank you for letting me join you here. Heard you and saw you last night. You did an outstanding job. Why are you bringing me in? I'm gonna weigh you guys down.
Well, I had the pitcher carry me. I needed a position player to balance off the pitch because everything's a strike, and it's always the umpire's fault or the hitter's fault. The pitcher's always right. Between him and Bollinger, my God, a pitcher's never thrown a ball in his life. I had to have some balance here. You know what I mean?
Well, hey, Kenny, you got a pitcher here, okay? Because Florida State is still trying to catch up with that 75-mile-per-hour heat that he was throwing.
Had an arc in it, yes.
They just couldn't stay back long enough, man. It's a heck of a deal. That's why I tapped in them to throw knuckleballs and softballs. So, somebody had to do it. So, listen, we've got Game 2 here tonight. Game 1 was, for lack of a better word, a strange game. It was very intriguing. St. Augustine dominated the game, had an 8-0 lead into the 6th inning. Brother Martin got a run in the 6th, but it was still, an afterthought, right? St. Aug was going to win the game easily. Not so fast. Brother Martin got 6 in the bottom of the 7th, had the winning run on base. And then, of course, Shannon Martin got a strikeout to end the game, and the Purple Knights come up with a huge Game 1 victory here. Kenny, we talked about it last night, but second season, I wrote about that overnight. Ignore the records. First of all, these are rivals. They're a mile apart. They get after it in every sport. But the second part of that is the St. Augustine team has good players. They just haven't had good pitching all year. And last night, they had good pitching for 6 innings, and that's one of the large reasons they were able to win.
Well, I was so impressed with the job that Prosper did, and he just threw strikes, put the ball in play, the things you got to do. He got up 8-0 and, even threw more strikes. And I just think in the last couple of innings, he got a little bit tired and they had to go to their bullpen who literally put Brother Martin back in it by walking people.
Ro, the historical perspective, it cannot be lost here. St. Augustine has never been beyond the quarterfinals in baseball. It's not a sport where that school has excelled in any way, shape, or form. They broke through in 2018, beat Rummel in a regional round and get to the quarterfinals, but then lost. Well, if they win tonight, they're going to go where no St. Augustine baseball team has ever gone before.
Yeah, and I don't want to sound like I did for the Pels when I told people, I don't care if the Suns sweep the Pels. What they've done thus far is good enough. The young men in that dugout probably feel a little differently because they know that they could just get one more win and they will go a place where St. Aug baseball has never been before. It's been a really terrific building job by Barrett Ray and his team and his staff. And like you said, we'll talk about a little bit later, the Urban Youth Academy has a lot to do with it. It's a situation of, African-American young men being interested in the game heretofore who had not been. And so it's a big deal in that regard. It's not like it's going to change the world, but it's something that you're tangibly looking at something that's really making a difference and changing.
I just think it's great for the game, and we've watched, and I'm a gigantic baseball fan and Major League Baseball fan, and wear my colors proudly with one of your former hometowns or whatever. I got you. I hear you. Oh, that's me too, buddy.
Oh, I know.
So I'm right there.
All right.
I'm right there with that. But the point is,
we'll tell people later what we're talking about.
20 years ago, let's go back to segregation in the Negro Leagues, and before baseball even allowed African Americans to play, the sport was by far the most popular with African Americans, by far.
Absolutely.
And where are we now?
Absolutely. There was no doubt about it. Okay. They knew about Jackie Robinson. They knew about Roy Campanella. They knew about Don Newcomb. There were other great. They don't know about Earl Lloyd, who at the same time was the first black guy in the NBA.
Right.
Nobody knew about him. The baseball people were the people that you followed. They were the people that you wanted to emulate, and that changed, somewhere along the line. And perhaps we can get it back.
Let's give you the starting lineups here. First of all, for Brother Martin, the visitors tonight. Shortstop leading off Andrew Sietta. In center field, it's Marco Basile. In right field, Bryce Gauthier. The cleanup hitter, left fielder, is Eli Booth. Colin Roussel at third base hits fifth. Sully Stringer, the first baseman, batting sixth. Frank Randall is the second baseman. Egan Prather, the catcher. And it will be Ryan Dara, the DH tonight. It's Sietta, Basile, Gauthier, Booth, Roussel, Stringer, Randall, Prather, and Dara for the Crusaders. For the Purple Knights of St. Augustine, leading off in center field, Genesis Prosper. Jeffrey Duransley is the pitcher. Shannon Martin at shortstop with Bryce Robinson in left field. Tyron Kirkland bats fifth, the DH. Tony Brown sixth at first base. Judah Duransley is at third base. Howard Bacchus in right field. Ryan Stripling does the catching. Kenny Rhodes at second base, not batting. It's Prosper, Jeffrey Duransley and Martin, Robinson, Kirkland and Brown, Judah Duransley, Bacchus and Stripling, Rhodes playing second base. Players lining up on the baselines, and they'll remove their caps as we get set for the national anthem and get things started. Standing room only crowd last night. Another good crowd filing in here tonight. And St. Augustine takes the field as the home team in game two. Let's set the defense for you. Robinson left, Prosper in center, Bacchus is in right. Infield of Judah Duransley third, Martin at short, Rhodes at second, Brown at first with Stripling catching. On the mound is the right-hander, Jeffrey Duransley. Well, Jeffrey Duransley is Stillman College commit, and he is an outstanding two-way player. In fact, the regular season 4-2 win that St. Aug had over Brother Martin was pitched by Jeffrey Duransley. He went 6 1/3, allowed 5 hits, 2 earned runs, walked only 3, and struck out 3 to get the win. And Genesis Prosper came in to get the final 2 outs to pick up the save in that game. So he's got a record of success against Brother Martin. Kenny, how important is that?
He's going to go into the game confident. He's not going to be afraid to face any of these pitchers, any of these hitters. And he's going to come out and throw strikes, make them put it in play. And St. Aug was so sound last night defensively that I'd try for 3-pitch innings.
You know, the day of that final game of the season, regular season, when St. Aug defeated Brother Martin 4-2, I was at the 958 Track and Field Championships sitting next to Jeff Curtis, who was following the game at the time.
Gee, I wonder why.
So that's how I knew everything that was going on, and I knew that Mr. Duransley was turning in a good outing.
And we'll keep you posted on John Curtis and Rummel starting at the same time as us. We'll have game 2 of that series tomorrow night here on CrescentCitySports.com with Danny Ream joining me for that. And we'd have game 3 of this series and the Rummel Curtis series on Saturday if necessary as well. Duransley features a fastball, curveball, and slider. So he throws both breaking balls, Kenny. His slider, when he's right, that's his out pitch. That's the pitch to watch for.
Well, it's good that he has a pitch that he goes to for his out pitch. It's also nice to be able to slow things down a little bit more with the curveball and keep some of those hitters off balance. And I'm sure that's why he was so successful the first time he faced the Satyrs.
He leads their team in every pitching department. Innings pitched 41 2/3. 12 appearances and 7 starts, so he's been the most busy pitcher on this staff. Leading off is Andrew Sietta, the All-District shortstop at .385, no homers, 18 RBI. First pitch and a breaking ball strike to get underway right on time at 6:30, so on time 2 consecutive nights. 0-1 to Sietta. And the next one, swing and a miss, good pitch, and it's 0-2. Sietta has been terrific against St. Aug. In the 3 games, he's 6 for 10 with an RBI against the Purple Knights. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Durantale. Tapper foul. Good pitch away, and Sieta had to protect and does to stay alive.
Now, one thing that I like that I've seen so far is he works fast. Get the ball, let me get it to the plate, and let's get this in play.
Just the opposite of last night, right?
Exactly.
I got a plane to catch.
And there you go. Another 0-2. That one misses down and out. So it's a ball and 2 strikes. By the way, in Division 3, Game 1 at LaPlace, St. Charles Catholic defeated Newman 10-0 in 5 innings. They run ruled them. Woo! So the Comets are up 1-0 in that series. Here's the 1-2. That's way outside and low, so count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Trying to throw that slider there, but he's been off the plate twice with it.
Right, he's been way outside with it. All he's got to do is make a little adjustment in his release point. 2
balls, 2 strikes. And a swing and a tap foul. He somehow got a piece of that pitch, which was up and away. Stays alive at 2-2. Sieta back in. Brother Martin in their crimson tops, gray pants. And a swing and a tap toward third. Got to come get it. Judah Durantale cannot. Oh, he came in. He got the hop, but I think he might have hurried a little bit, panicked a little bit, worried about Sieta running. And Sieta's aboard to start the ball game. And not an easy play, but it's a play that really has to be made.
Well, speed will do that to you. Speed will make you speed up and rush things. And he never had a good grip on the ball, and he wound up dropping it.
Talked about how good their defense was last night. An error right out of the gate. There's a strike called to Walker Basile. Hitter of the year in this league. Basile at a cool .432 now on the year. 0-1 the count on Basile and the pitch. And he tried to bunt and bunts it foul. Third base side. Interesting that they would play small ball this early, and it's 0-2. Basile, no homers, 19 RBI.
I just find that Brother Martin, really keeps you guessing. At any time they can lay a bunt down. It seems like at any time anybody in the lineup can lay one down. And he almost got one down there.
No balls, 2 strikes. Check of the runner. And the pitch. Swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt. He's got him. Round number 1. Nice pickup by Stripling behind the plate. So the first down is a strikeout recorded by Durantale.
Kenny, I know last night you talked about ball movement with Genesis Prosper last night. Thus far, ball movement also from Durantale?
Yes, and very, very good slider that probably breaks a foot and a half, and that was his curveball that, broke more down than across. Tough pitch to hit, and I'm so impressed with the catcher.
Bryce Goche bats, and he takes a strike over the outside edge. Goche at .343, a homer and 13 driven in. He's 2 for 10 against St. Aug this season. Check of the runner, pretty good lead, and there he goes. Pitches down, and he'll make it. As the ball was in the dirt, that will be a stolen base for Andrew Sieta, who gets to second. No chance for Stripling with the ball in the dirt there, and Sieta steals his 13th base of the season, and that's number 100 on the year for Brother Martin.
Oh, yeah, they like to run. If they get the chance, they will run.
Runner in scoring position with 1 out now. Check of the runner once more. And the 1-1. Fly ball center field. Should be handled. Back goes Prosper. He's under it. He's got it. Runner will tag from second. He will advance to third, standing up. So the second out of the inning as Goche flies to center. And that will bring Eli Booth to the plate. Booth, the left fielder, at .302 with a homer. And 19 driven in, 1 for 7 with an RBI against St. Augustine this season. I'll get the weather in for you and let you know about that. First opportunity here. First pitch is a good breaking ball. That's the slow breaking ball, the curveball for a strike call.
Eli Booth has a big league body.
Yes. I've seen a lot of kids in this league this year that has big league bodies.
0-1. In the dirt, Stripling had to block it with the runner at third, and he did. And it's a ball and a strike. At game time, mostly cloudy skies, 82 degrees. And the wind out of the southwest today at 11, so it's a little bit different than yesterday. It was blowing hard earlier, but it's kind of calmed down.
Yeah, the flag.
We were down on the field. It was blowing. That's high, and it's 2-1. So right now the flag's kind of still, not much of a factor. Rain in the forecast later this evening. Knock on wood, should not be a factor in this one unless we're here for a while. 2-1 the count. On Booth, the pitch. Hard hit, base hit, right field, and the Crusaders jump on top early. Eli Booth with RBI number 20 gives Brother Martin a 1-0 lead. And you make the error, and you pay the price, right?
Correct. And, we talked about it last night in that last inning when Brother Martin got 6 runs, that, that would probably give them a little momentum going into tonight.
Booth runs at first. Here's Colin Roussel, a .325 hitter, no homers and 23 driven in. 2 for 6 against the Purple Knights with 4 driven in. Took the fastball high, 1-0. And as mentioned last night, this is a really good hitting team, the best hitting team in the league. Brother Martin at .317 as a team.
Yeah, they can swing the bats, and they do a great job going the other way.
Ball down, and the count goes to 2-0 on Roussel.
And it just shows you how good a job that Prosper did last night in keeping Brother Martin off balance at the plate.
Throw to first to chase Booth back. Diving back in.
I'm also impressed at how well the St. Aug pitchers hold runners on. They vary their looks, they vary their timing.
That's missing down, so now 3-0. With Stringer on deck. Durant Slay has to throw a strike on 3-0. And he does. And it's 3 balls and 1 strike. By the way, the umpiring crew is a 3-man crew from Lafayette Association. 3-1 the count. Lead by Booth. There he goes. Popped him up. Foul. Left side out of play. Booth did not have a real good jump there. And it's full 3-2. He can run the bases, and he's been proficient as well in this department. 12 steals on the year.
Well, the young man behind the plate for St. Aug did a great job. He can throw. He threw 2 guys out last night. I didn't think he had a chance to get, but he got them.
Now the runner will be going 3-2, 2 outs. There he goes, and a swing and a smash toward left center field. Long run left fielder toward the gap. He doesn't get it. Runner will round third. He's going to score, and the Crusaders take a 2-0 lead. And the defense for the Purple Knights, which was so good last night, falters here in the first inning.
Well, again, St. Aug should have been in the dugout if they make the play on the first batter. Now you're forcing your pitcher to have to get 5 outs this inning.
So another error, the second of the inning. 2-0, and Sully Stringer will be the hitter. Stringer, the Louisiana Tech commit, is at .320 with a homer and 23 driven in. Stringer 2 for 8 with an RBI against the Purple Knights. It's not an easy chance, but that's a ball that's got to be caught. Has a smash to deep short. Nice pick back in. Martin, long throw, bounces it perfectly to first base. Nice job by Shannon Martin on a hard hit ball to end the top of the first. But 2 runs score on 1 hit. 2 big errors, 1 left. It's on to the bottom of the first, and Brother Martin out to a 2-0 lead. Kenny, how important is it for the Crusaders to start well on the ropes here tonight?
Well, I mean, they have to start well. At any time, St. Aug could erupt like they did last night. And, that the momentum just carried over from last night with help from St. Aug. Your pitcher has to get 5 outs. Should have been in the dugout with the score 0-0.
The first run caused by an error, as you said, on the third baseman coming in. And, you talk about knowing who's running. He knew he was running. That was a leadoff hitter. He knew it was somebody who could run, who could get there, and it looked like he kind of took his eye off the ball a little bit. And, of course, the second run was the result, obviously, of an error out in left field. So, you can't do that. They didn't do that last night, and it shows.
And look, credit the left fielder. He ran a long way to get to the ball, but he got there.
Yeah, to tell you the truth, I thought it was going to be the center fielder's ball when he left the bat.
I did too. I did too.
Well, the Crusaders on the field, bottom of the first inning. And it will be Booth in left, Bazile center, Gauthier right. Roussel third, Sieta short, Randall second, and Stringer at first with Prather catching on the mound. Will be the right-hander for the Crusaders, who's been solid this season. That's Alan Mason, 5'9", 185, senior. And talking to Jeff Lupo, I mean, tell me about what he throws. He said strikes. He throws strikes. And he will be in the strike zone, pound it all night long, and give his defense a chance to play. No fear. As a coach, you love a guy like that. Mason's been good for this team this season. 8 appearances, 7 have been starts. Alan Mason is 5-1 with a very good 2.12 earned run average. He has a save out of the bullpen. 43 innings pitched. He's allowed 40 hits, 22 runs, and 13 earned. He's walked 17, struck out 25, so he pitches to contact. He's hit 9 batters on the year. Alan Mason, the right-hander for the Crusaders, armed with a 2-run lead before taking the mound. That's a good feeling. Genesis Prosper will lead it off.
That is a great feeling for a pitcher to walk out with a lead.
Prosper 401, a homer, 28 driven in. 3 for 10 against Brother Martin with 4 RBI. Left-handed hitter, the shift on for him again. And the pitch is outside. We saw this last night, Kenny.
Yes. 3
infielders on the right side of the infield. Third baseman over toward the shortstop hole and way in on the grass. And swing and a miss, tied him up there. It's 1-1.
They're anticipating him to pull the ball, and you got to pitch him that way. Now, yesterday, he tried to bunt one to third, fouled it off, and then he beats the shift with a base hit between the shortstop and the second base.
Swing and a miss. Off speed, it's 1-2. And the arm angle will be a little deceiving. Mason, a little bit three-quarter arm. We see that from Ira Austin of Rummel. It's a different arm slot than hitters are accustomed to seeing. You'll see it right here. Swing and a miss. And with that arm angle, he kind of hides the ball a little bit, Ro, and that's deceptive, isn't it?
And it also kind of makes it like, remember you used to call, it almost looks like a palm ball sometimes, or a slip pitch, you know? I mean, his delivery makes it look like he's releasing the ball late sometimes.
Well, and it does. And you know, he's between three-quarters and sidearm. And sometimes guys that have really worked hard at it, they're able to turn the ball over and make that ball, you know, dip and dive and do all kind of crazy things.
Here's the pitcher, Jeffrey Duransley. 300, no homers, 9 RBI, 2 for 6. Series St. Aug hitters take a long time getting in there. They have that card system. Any check swing is a foul ball, 0-1. What I mean by that is they carry a card in the back pocket, and they'll go to the card to check the sign sometimes after every pitch, but not just now. 0-1 the count. Now in Mason with the sign ready to work quickly. Here it is. Swinging a fly ball, center field. Right in his tracks is Bazile, and engaged perfectly, and 2 outs. And Duransley skies to center, and now Shannon Martin, the shortstop. A 285 hitter with a homer and 12 driven in. Texas Southern commit. 2 out of 9 against Brother Martin on the season. St. Aug in their old gold tops with white numerals trimmed in purple. White pants is a home team tonight. Took it down and in, ball 1.
You like that old goal?
Yeah,
right?
Ro and I were having that discussion earlier. No disrespect to the yellow goal, but I really like the old goal look. There's a strike call.
The old goal is a classic look.
1-1 the count. And another pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball. It's 1-2. We got accustomed to the yellow goal with LSU from the time we were young. Green Bay Packers were pretty famous with that too, right? 1-2 the count. Here's another. Ground ball is short. Sieta gobbles it up, sets and throws right on the money. Inning is over. Good inning for Mason, who sets down the Purple Knights in order. So we played 1 and a 2-0 lead for Brother Martin. What you want your pitcher to do after you get runs is go out and put up a 0, Kenny.
Absolutely. Did a great job just coming out, throwing the ball over the plate, and I'm really impressed with his breaking stuff. I'd say he threw more off-speed and breaking pitches in that first inning than he did fastballs. Nice. But everything was around the plate.
Nice clean inning by Mr. Mason. That's reverse of last night. Purple Knights picked up 2 in the first inning last night. Crusaders pick up 2 today.
And it's a big momentum thing, you know, Ro. It's I think it's so important. You know, St. Aug got the momentum going last night and never lost it till the last inning of the ballgame.
Coach, let me ask you a dumb question. is it right to say you're a pitcher? Why can't you throw strikes?
You know, it gets between your ears. You know, it's like you start pressing, you start aiming it. You know, it's strictly between the ears. I've seen so many good guys just lose it. Who was the second baseman many years ago that couldn't make the throw from second base?
Steve Sachs.
Steve Sachs. You know, I mean that is strictly between the ears. It's not anything physically. The guy played a great second base for many years, and then it got in his head that he couldn't make a throw to first base. So it's no different on the mound. You know, you just lose it sometimes.
Crosstown and Mike Miley, they go to the second inning. No score between Rummel and John Curtis in the other quarterfinal series going on in town tonight in Division I. 2-0 Brother Martin here. As we go to the second inning, Frank Randall will lead it off. Jeffrey Durantale, 24 pitches in the first. 1 strikeout. Randall, Prather, Dara. For Brother Martin here in the second. Randall at .329, no homers, 18 driven in. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit. Randall, first pitch swinging. Hadn't played to pull, Kenny, and he took it where they weren't.
That's exactly right. And already they've hit a couple of hard balls tonight, which other than 2 or 3 swings last night, there weren't many hard hit balls last night for Brother Martin.
Very good hitting team.
Oh.
Egan Prather, the catcher. 2-11, no homers, 4 RBI. 0 for 3 against St. Aug. Gonna bunt, and he gets it down. Catcher will go to first. Sacrifice works. On a 2-3 put up. Randall the second.
Well, an almost mess up there again by St. Aug. If the third baseman doesn't field the bunt, he's got to get back to third base so that runner from first goes to third. And he remembered at the last minute and was able to get back.
But I see what you mean. I like the way that the catcher Sterling went behind the plate, got out there and got that ball. Real athletic looking guy.
You know, he and Prosper just really impressed me last night with their athleticism.
Here's Ryan Dara, the designated hitter. And he takes a strike at the knees. Dara, 1 for 2 last night, 143, no homers, and RBI. Serving as the DH here this evening. Bluff towards second. Wind picks up a little bit, blowing across toward left. Cloud cover overhead. Dara waits. Durantale stretches. And the pitch. And a chopper foul over toward the Crusader dugout. And quickly, Durantale has Dara in the hole. No balls and 2 strikes.
Well, obviously, you know, Brother Martin's doing a decent job of trying to stay back and hitting that curveball. Haven't seen him once this year. They have an idea of what he's going to throw, when he's going to throw it.
0-2. Ground ball to third. Tough hop off the third baseman's chest. Runners will be at the corners. That's a tough chance right there. That's got to be a base hit. And I agree with that. That's just a very difficult hop. This went right up into the chest area of Judah Durantale, who wants to go tell his brother, I'm sorry, but that wasn't his fault. So runners at the corners with 1 out on an infield hit by Dara. And now you flip the order, and Andrew Sieta will bat. Reached on an error, scored a run on the first. And the Crusaders trying to build on this 2-0 lead. That's a big time for St. Augustine. A lot of excited people there because a certain Honey Badger is returning to New Orleans.
Absolutely.
Playing his hometown.
Who?
And by the way, he's a different guy than the guy that left here.
Wouldn't have worked
10, 11 years ago. Yeah, no doubt about it.
Wouldn't have worked. Couldn't have been here 9 years ago.
No doubt about it. First and third, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Going to bunt. Pushed it toward first.
Nice.
That's a foul ball. Yes.
Nice.
Smart play by Troy Brown to let that ball go. That ball was hugging the line, and the first baseman, Brown, waited because there's no chance they're going to stop a run from scoring, and there might have been no chance to get the runners either. So he waited, Kenny, and it just ticked foul.
Great play. I mean, it's all you can do on that. You know, you hope it rolls foul. If you pick it up, you're not getting it out, and you're giving up another run.
We know, like a good leadoff hitter, Sieta showed he has speed when he got on, and the first at bat of the game, and that was a nice looking bunt. So, like a good leadoff hitter, he can also lay it down.
0-1. Down and out. Nice pick by Stripling, who fakes a throw to third. And Stripling's a good catcher.
Yeah, Kenny.
Absolutely.
You kept talking about the catcher, you know.
Good.
Absolutely.
He's got 3 offers right now to play at the next level, including from Stillman. Throw to first. Look out. Airmailed it. Run will score. Another runner to second. And it's 3-0 Brother Martin on a throwing error by Durantale.
Well, you know, we touched on it last night. You cannot give a good team, 4 or 5 errors or 4 or 5 walks and expect to beat them. So right now already, St. August committed 3 errors and has 3 runs that have crossed the plate. And, with the ball hit to that third baseman, that's why I never played third base.
I get it. Believe me. Pitch to Siena, going to bunch it toward third. This one is going to kick foul also.
Yeah, but
and the count goes
great efforts
to 1-2. So Siena will return to the plate with a 1-2 count.
Got some guys running down to the St. Aug bullpen.
Yeah, they have the luxury of having one in the bank already, but still, they're going to do everything they can to try to win this game tonight, and they should.
And they should, that's right. You don't want to have to go to a third game against a good team that you have down.
That's Jackson Frazier who ran down there for the Purple Knights. Siena waits. Big lead off second. Snap throw. They got him. He's out at second base. Picked off at second, Dara. Rhodes slid in behind him. Perfect throw by Durantale. And a costly base running mistake for Brother Martin when they have a chance to really distance themselves in this game.
That's right. Again, he got off and had a good lead, and then he took 2 more steps. That's just quick enough for a second baseman to sneak in.
Strike 3 call to Siena. Durantale gets out of it. So minimizing the damage, that's important for the Purple Knights. 1 run scoring in the inning on a couple of hits with an error and nobody left. Bottom of the second coming, and it is now 3-0. Brother Martin on top of St. Augustine. Today's coverage on Crescent City Sports is brought to you by the Lamarck Automotive Complex in Kenner. Lamarck Lincoln is the only Lincoln Black Label dealership in the market. It's more than ownership, it's membership. Must be a reason. There's a reason there was only 1 run scored there. Base running is every bit as important as every other phase in the game. And you just saw he took way too big of a lead there, didn't he?
Yeah. Way too big. I mean, a third of a baseline lead is what he had. Can't do that.
Yeah, it wasn't even close when he tried to get back. You could see right away he was a dead duck. 3 errors for the Purple Knights after 2 innings in the field. And to tell you the truth, it's probably fortunate that they've only given up 3 runs.
You are correct. You are correct. And Durantale is throwing the ball. He's putting the ball over the plate, making them put it in play. But, how many more pitches has he thrown now because of those 3 errors? And, of course, 1 was his.
I think I remember last night, memory, old man, so I'm losing my memory and all, but it seemed like after 3 innings, I think last night's pitcher, Genesis Prosper, I think I remember Kenny saying he had about a pitch count of 30 after 3 innings.
Right, he did such a great job.
And tonight, it's already over 30.
Right, and we were talking about his athleticism last night. He did this play. Now, the guy wound up being safe. But he did this play down here where there was either a slow roller or a bunt. He got the ball, spun through the first base, and almost had the guy. I think the first baseman pulled his foot off. But, Kenny and I are both saying, I don't know if anybody else on the field could have made that play.
And we go to the bottom of the second with Bryce Robinson. Cleanup hitter leading off for St. Aug. 10 pitches from Mason in the first, all he needed. Robinson, 346, no homers, 14 driven in. Takes a strike, it's 0-1. Robinson 2 for 8 against Brother Martin with 2 RBI on the season. Missed the inside edge, it's 1-1.
Now, if I'm Coach Lupo, I got to keep telling my players over at Brother Martin, hey, let's keep getting a run every inning. Let's keep putting nails in the coffin.
Ground ball is short for Siena. Has it, sets, throws high, got him. Good speed, Robinson. He made that up close. He's out by a step for out number 1.
Well, that's one of those major league bodies coming into play at first base there.
Absolutely.
Big, tall, rangy guy.
That would have been 2 feet over my head. And he just reaches up.
1 gone.
Routine.
And here's Tyron Kirkland, the DH. 242, no homers, 11 RBI. And Kirkland had a big 3 RBI game last night. He takes it inside for ball 1.
Inside. I mean, he ducked and that was behind him.
That's inside.
So inside, it's outside.
Just a bit inside.
There's a strike called. It's 1-1. They go to the 3rd inning at Mike Miley. No score with Rummel and John Curtis. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball.
Good breaking pitch.
And it's 1-2. Mason gets the sign. Breaking ball swung on and missed.
Nice
Round number 2. He's retired all 5 he's faced. Looking good. And here's Troy Brown.
Off to a good start. And I know if this is something that they do, but I noticed with 2 strikes, the center fielder moved about 10 or 12 steps toward right. So don't know if that's something that they recognize that Aug does with 2 strikes or not.
Brown fouls the first pitch. Brown at 255. A homer, 15 driven in, 2 for 10 against Brother Martin on the season. Got a message for Rowe here in a moment. 0-1.
Uh-oh.
Has a line drive base hit center field. So the first hit for the Purple Knights, a 2-out single by Troy Brown here in the 2nd. And Judah Durantale will bat. Judah at 285, no homers, 9 driven in, 4 for 10 with a double and an RBI against Brother Martin. So the message for Rowe is, hey Rowe, no dead duck reference. You know I'm sensitive about my Oregon Ducks.
I know who that is.
You know.
I know who that is. You know, you're not even in this state. Why you?
Exactly. Texas Trader, man. What's he thinking, man? Here's the pitch. Foul toward 3rd. There's that slug bunt look again. We see a lot from St. Aug. They'll show bunt, pull it back, and swing away. 0-1 the count with Brown at 1st. And 2 outs, 3-0 Crusaders here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. From historic Kirsch-Rooney Stadium. Another great crowd on hand. This time he will bunt toward 3rd. It's a good one. Charging. Roussel throwing, and he got him by a step.
Yep.
Nice play by Roussel. Inning over with no runs and a hit and a runner stranded. That's 1 left for the Purple Knights. We head to the 3rd. And a 3-0 lead for Brother Martin. Well, so far the script's flipped, Kenny. Brother Martin throwing strikes and making the plays defensively. St. Aug not making the plays.
No question. The momentum is certainly with Brother Martin, and I think it started in that last inning last night. They're coming out, they're throwing strikes. Mason's around 20 pitches maybe, and just doing a great job. And of course, they're making the plays tonight. I don't know if they came out flat last night, and you might say, well, how does a team come out flat in a playoff game? You're dealing with 16, 17, 18-year-old kids. You don't know if the girlfriend broke up with them last night. You just don't know what's going to show up.
Final exams going on.
Final exams going on. Everything.
Lutcher defeated Iowa 2-0 in game 1 of their quarterfinal series. That freshman for Lutcher, Luke, is phenomenal. He's great. Pitcher.
He was one of the Little League World Series kids,
yes, he
right?
was. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He's really good. So your man said it's okay, so he's giving you a thumbs up. So
that's not
it's all good.
Tell him who we're talking about.
We talked about him last night. My buddy, the former voice of the Purple Knight basketball program, among other things, radio personality, basketball analyst, and slick entrepreneur, Dino Hansen. Good man.
Yep.
So on to the 3rd, Durantale, 33 pitches. The Quack Attack. 33 pitches in 2 innings for Durantale. He's walked no one. He's fanned 2, and he's just been betrayed by his defense. pitching to contact, doing a good job. Walker Bazile bats. He struck out Bazile back in the first inning of play.
3 errors will do it to you.
Missing down for a ball.
Great location, though. Just missed.
1-0 in the dirt, 2-0.
Get the ball and go. I love it. Work fast.
2-0 pitch. Ground ball up the middle. That's trouble. Second baseman Long Rowe coming and won't get him. Base hit. Good job by Rhodes to go get that ball up the middle, but by the time 2 hops take place and he gets there and he's got the wrong throw, he's not going to get Bazile.
No, and he made a similar play last night. Made a great play to get a guy at first base, but too much speed going down the bases there.
Leadoff single Bazile, 4th hit for Brother Martin. Bryce Gauthier bats. He flied to center in the first inning. A lead Bazile. It's a good lead. There he goes. The plate hit and run, and it's popped up on the infield. Second baseman Rhodes called off by the shortstop, Martin, who makes the catch. Round number 1.
I don't know if the second baseman ever saw that. Because, I was looking at the right fielder. I thought it was going out the right.
I hear you.
So I had no clue.
Well, we know if you were on second base, Kenny, you wouldn't see.
I'd have been screaming, help.
No doubt.
Mound visit. Coach Ray. Yeah, that looks like Coach Ray.
That's Barrett, and it's good to see him out there because we weren't sure he was going to be here tonight. He was under the weather all day. And, of course, he was highly enthused last night. Interviewed him after the game. As you might imagine, we were concerned he wouldn't be here at all tonight, but he's here. And that's important. He's the leader of this program. And having this discussion right now with 1 out in the inning.
Coach, what do you think he's saying to him?
I don't know. I guess he's trying to just settle them down. They've had a couple of plays that they didn't make. Then you had the CNI hit just now where the second baseman did a great job but couldn't get the guy out. And sometimes that just brings you down. When sometimes the ball has eyes, the ball has eyes. And, your infielder makes a good play but just couldn't quite get him out. So just want to talk to him, say, hey, we're okay. We're down 3.
Maybe he was giving this guy time to warm up because it looks like they're coming from the bullpen, and he looked down there as soon as he
pitch misses away for ball 1 to Eli Booth, who singled and scored his first time.
And, maybe being a pitcher, I was too worried as a coach. I never wanted to take a pitcher out after a 4 or 5 error inning.
Wasn't his fault.
Wasn't his fault.
Swing and a miss. And the count to 1-1.
Errors lead to walks. Walks lead to errors.
Ball and a strike with a runner on first. Check of the runner. Pitch on the way. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. Throw down. Will not get him. Stolen base.
He made that look close if he catches the ball.
So Bazile into second with the second stolen base of the game for the Crusaders. And a 1-2 count on Booth. Now has a chance to drive in a run. Ball and 2 strikes.
They have to be talking and see if there was any interference.
That's what Barrett Ray's asking about.
Right.
Did the hitter obstruct at all in that situation? Not sure that was the case. I didn't really see that.
I'll tell you what, the catcher talking about the catcher again, he really made a nice throw because he never really got out of the squat. He really didn't.
I know he did the best he could to get the ball there, and if they catch the ball, it's a bang play.
1-2 the count. Time called here again. So things have slowed down quite a bit.
Well, Coach Ray is out of the dugout right now. He looks like he's feeling pretty good because he's really going after the home plate umpire.
Yes, he is.
1-2 the count. Ready once more the pitch. Missed the outside edge. It's 2-2 now. We got a message for Forsang here. So
Jack, hello, Mr. Truxillo, president over at Cabrini.
Cabrini High School,
That's right.
one of our sponsors of Crescent City Sports, which we deeply appreciate. Jack's a wonderful man. Terrific family. That's down, and it's 3-2. And, of course, Cabrini, my wonderful, blessed wife, Denise's alma mater, loves her school. And
a Crescent.
Fantastic. She's a Crescent, and we're Crescent City Sports. It works. It's perfect symmetry.
I saw what you did there.
Yeah, I thought you might like that. Just guessing. Swing and a miss. And he gets booed for out number 2. Strikeout number 3 for Durand-Soleil, who now deals with Colin Roussel, who reached on the error his first time, which played it a run. He'll bat here with 2 outs.
Well, I'm going to put a little plug in for Cabrini. I think that's one of the best kept secrets in the city. It's a great school run by some great folks. Good place to teach and be a student.
Roussel takes a strike. It's 0-1. My friend Kirk Morange, who's been a great friend of mine for many years, does a fantastic job as their athletic director. There's the 0-1. Popped him up, got in on the hand. Center fielder Prosper surrounding it.
Wow.
He is there to make the catch. And the inning is over. So in the inning, no runs and a hit. Their runner stranded. That's 2 left for the Crusaders. Bottom of the 3rd coming. And still 3-0 Brother Martin on top of St. Augustine, heading to the bottom of the 3rd inning. And today's coverage on Crescent City Sports is brought to you by Ochsner Sports Medicine Institute, treating more than 30,000 athletes a year with innovative treatments for sports injuries. Visit Ochsner.org/sportsmed to learn more. Team meeting for the Purple Knights. Trying to get it together now. They've settled the game down a little bit, guys. I think, this game had a chance to get away early.
Yeah.
And that base running mistake kind of helped them, and now and Durand-Soleil's really pitched plenty well enough. He's throwing strikes. His defense just hasn't played behind him.
Yeah. When you look at the 3 errors that's up there, and by the way, Coach Barrett Ray has gone to the 3rd base box. First time out there tonight, so I guess he's feeling a little better. But anyway, like you said, the 3 errors really did it. When you take those away, you can't just take them away. But without those, hey.
And many people don't understand the problem behind that. Now it wears on you mentally. Then of course, the 3rd baseman made an error on a fairly easy play, even though the guy could run. Then he gets a freaking rocket hit at him at 3rd base that hits off his chest, right, which I'd been in the hospital on. But so now he's questioning himself. And you got to say to yourself, I want the next ball hit to me. And that's hard to overcome mentally. And in pitching, you just can't worry about it. You just got to turn to your guys and pick them up.
Well, speaking of pitching in his first 2 innings, I think Mr. Mason here for Crusaders has looked really sharp.
He has been very good with the breaking pitch. I am very impressed with his breaking pitch over the plate.
And throwing strikes, like Kenny said, Coach Lupo told him.
That's right. And if you can throw your curveball, some 3rd pitch, and your fastball over the plate, you can pitch at any level because you get guys out. Might not be 90, but you're going to get guys out.
He's only needed 21 pitches to navigate 2 innings. Here's Howard Bacchus, 211, no homers, 4 RBI, but he had the big hit of the night last night, the base-clearing double for the Purple Knights in that 6-run inning. Took it high for ball 1.
Putting the pressure on again, Kenny with the show and bunt.
There's a swing, a little tap or foul off the leg, so it's 1-1 on Bacchus.
Well, what you got to do when they square around like that, you have to honor that. Mm-hmm. So 1st and 3rd come in, and we talked about it last night. That increases your chances for a base hit.
Swinging a drive to left. Left fielder with a play as he retreats. Won't get there for the out. Booth makes the catch. Had it read all the way. Pretty good contact. But out number 1. We noted last night, and Ro, you weren't here, but Brother Martin was playing incredibly shallow to start the game, and they got burned right away for a 2-run double. And then they adjusted and moved back, but they're shallow again tonight thus far.
Yes, they are. And I thought he might have a problem with the sun on that one. Just looking like the sun is just right over the grandstand right here. And he did a little shading of his eyes while he was going back with that one. But a good play by the left fielder.
Did a good job of going back and getting it.
Here's a bunt in front of the plate. Got to cover the bag, throw there, and he is out at first. Just getting back in time was Stringer as he tried to come after it initially, but then retreated, and a good play by the pitcher, Mason, to go get it, and the catcher as well, Prather, as they did a good job to pursue that ball, and then Stringer got to the bag just in time.
Great job by the catcher getting out from behind home plate and making that play.
Yeah, good job by Egan Prather to get Stripling for the second out. And now with 2 outs, Genesis Prosper, who struck out his first time.
And here comes the shift.
And a swing and a hard hit ball the second, right into the shift. Randall is there, throw him out. So another very quick economical inning for Mason.
Wow, that must have been less than 10 pitches.
Oh, my goodness. I'm telling you right now that I'm looking at it. Let's see here. 5-pitch inning. There you go. So he's got 26 pitches in 3 innings. Think he's going to be out there for a while?
Well, I mean,
just a guess.
If he keeps doing this, I think Brother Martin may want to play the 3rd game tonight. Just let him keep throwing. Pull the old Iron Man stunt. We can throw both ends of a doubleheader.
Exactly. So we got a 3-0 ball game. Crusaders leading the Purple Knights after 3. Okay, Kenny, you talked about the connection between these two schools and these two programs. You talked about the 1 mile between them and the whole works. But the connection goes back even more so. I thought about this today, and I remember when it happened. Everybody knows about the secret basketball game between St. Aug and Jesuit in 1965, February 1925. Few people remember that less than 2 months later, St. Aug and St. Aloysius played a baseball game. Very few people know that, okay? They played a baseball game, and it wasn't a secret game, but they may have tried to keep it a secret at some point. Anyway, St. Aloysius beat St. Aug 4-3 in that game. It was played at Perry Rome. It was supposed to be played at Pontchartrain Park. It was moved around. They didn't know when they were going to play it. They eventually played it at Perry Rome. And to show you how much they wanted to keep it a secret, 300 people showed up. They played that game 9 o'clock on a Friday morning.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness. 9:30 on a Friday morning. 2-run home run by some guy named Johnny Vetrano.
Oh, my. My dad coached Johnny. My dad coached Johnny in basketball at the old, at that time it was Jefferson Davis Playground on what was then South Jeff Davis, which is now, of course, Norman Francis Parkway. So he coached him, and I knew him very well.
And on the St. Aug side, Lawrence Gerard, really great athlete there, had a triple and 3 singles or something like that. 4-3, Crusaders won.
Wow. 1-1 on Sully Stringer, who grounded to short back in the first inning. 3-0 Brother Martin in the 4th. Across town over at Mike Miley, they go to the 4th inning. It's Rummel 2, John Curtis 0. Pitch missing high. And it's 2-1 to Stringer. We'll have game 2 of that Curtis Rummel series tomorrow night on Crescent City Sports from Mike Miley Stadium. Down and away, 3-1. Always enjoy saying that name. That was a pretty good ball player, Mike Miley. Made the game look easy. He really did. He was a really good football player, but a great baseball player. 3-1. That's a strike call. Just tragic.
I would have loved to have seen
it. Man, he was just getting. He was. He was just getting started with the Angels. He would pay off pitch down in ball 4. So the leadoff man is on again for Brother Martin, and this has been a theme. They've gotten the leadoff man on in every inning. That means high stress for the pitcher.
Yes. High stress. You got somebody on there bothering you, and you can't concentrate all the time. With Kenny, you can explain that a lot more than I can. You may not concentrate as much on the hitter.
Well, you have to, though. I mean, as much as you got to hold runners close and vary your looks and all that, so they don't get good jumps, you still got to get the guy at the plate.
Randall takes it down and out. Breaking ball. Nice stop by Stripling. It's 1-0. Randall singled and scored in the 2nd inning. 3-0 Crusaders here in the 4th.
Struggling with his curveball right now. He's been balls the last 3 or 4 he's thrown.
Had this opportunity to promote Delgado baseball. The Dolphins open the Region 23 tournament tomorrow at Pete Goldsby Field in Baton Rouge. Throw to first, runner back. 3-team double elimination tournament. Friday through Sunday, winner advances to the South Central District tournament. Dolphins have won that region every year since 2013. Won't be easy. Swing and a miss on a hit and run. Throw down to second is not in time. So another stolen base This one by Stringer, and Brother Martin's 3 for 3 in that department. So they've got the running game going.
They got the running game going, and they've picked great pitches to run on. Everything's been in the dirt.
Yeah, nothing Stripling can do with those. Of course, that Region 23 tournament is Delgado, Baton Rouge Community College, and Nunez Community College. 1-1 the count. Pitch on the way. High and away. It's 2-1. I have the great pleasure of doing Delgado games all season long for several years now for Joe Sherman, and thoroughly enjoy it. It's a consistently good program, consistently good product. The truest of family operations. Down and out, wild pitch. Runner will go to third.
Yep.
So now it's 3-1 and a runner at third with nobody out.
That's a fastball in the left-hander's batter's box. There's not much any catcher can do on that. In fact, I thought he did a good job of getting his leg on it.
3-1 the count. So Jack Truxillo, he likes road too. So I don't know what's up. I don't know what's up with that. But
Thank you, Mr. Truxillo. Thank you very much.
3-1 on Randall. Here's the pitch. Has a base hit to left field. Randall, 2 for 2, drives home the 4th run of the game. Brother Martin increases its lead. All over that pitch and hammered it to left.
That ball was hit hard.
Still nobody out. Here's Egan Prather. Sacrifice bunt back in the second.
Yeah, Randall had a leadoff single in the second. The score there, and then knocked in a run just now to make it 4-0.
The pitch, squared to bunt, took it high. To Prather, 1-0. Looking to sacrifice like he did in the second inning.
We know this is a really good hitting team here at Brother Martin, but they're putting a little pressure on too. They've been squaring around tonight also.
They have. Dose of their own medicine, and they're starting runners, and that's makes the defense play. That's a strike called, and it's 1-1. They're 3 for 3, as mentioned, in stolen bases with 102 on the season now.
Well, I've been so impressed with Brother Martin the few times that I've seen them play. They do a good job of putting pressure on the defense with their capability of bunting.
Squares the bunt, bunts it beautifully toward first. Pitcher to the second baseman covering. Sacrifice works. 1-4 put out as Rhodes took the throw. On the second base goes Randall with 1 out. Prather doing his job.
You're right, Kenny. All of these bunts that the Crusaders have laid down tonight, even the ones that went foul, it took a little while for them to go foul.
I mean, there's no question.
This is a good hitting team, but they got some good bunters on this team. Usually you don't equate the two, when you got people who can swing the bats.
That's exactly right. And there is no weakness in this Brother Martin lineup. They can bunt. They all can have an 8, 9, 10 pitch at bat. They all do a great job when they step into the box.
Swinging a fly ball down the right field side, foul into the corner by Dara, who had a base hit his first time up there.
And I was going to add, before he hit that one, they do a great job of hitting the ball the opposite way. Just fighting pitches off. I mean, they're just competitive in that box.
No balls in a strike. And a swing and a ground ball to third. Durant-Soleil runs the runner back, throws, good throw, got him.
Nice play.
Hey,
nice job by Judah Durant-Soleil to Rhodes, and Brother Martin loses its second runner on the bases in this game. Good play by Judah.
Yes, it is. As a coach, you teach the base runners, a ball to your right, you have to go through. And it has to go through before you move. And he took that one extra step, and he was able to throw back behind him and get him.
And instead of making the throw to first base, you knock off that runner in scoring position.
Here's Siena. And a swing and a drive into center field. Prosper will go over toward the gap and get it for the out. And the inning is over. So Brother Martin gets a run. And they do it on a hit. They strand the runner. And we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. And the Crusaders now lead it by the score of 4-0 over the Purple Knights here in Game 2 of this best-of-3 series. This evening's coverage on Crescent City Sports is brought to you by Gibbs Construction, a leader in the construction industry in Louisiana and the Gulf Coast for more than 45 years. Transforming dreams, visions, and plans into reality, Gibbs Construction. Another team meeting for St. Aug as we enter the bottom of the 4th inning. Mason back to the mound, and he's I don't want to use the word coasting, but it's kind of been like that thus far.
Coasting.
I mean,
Okay,
you can use it.
All right,
you
thank
can use it.
I got your permission.
I mean, he started coasting, getting off the bus. He's just come out and thrown strikes and thrown the breaking pitch over the plate. I'm sure the St. R coach is just saying, hey, look, we only got 4 more shots. We got to get going right here.
They only have 1 hit on the evening. Yeah, 1 hit. And, of course, you keep seeing that big 3 on the end of that line score there.
That's right.
Big 3, and you keep seeing number 32 out there on the mound.
So bottom of the 4th arrives. 4-0 lead for the Crusaders over the Purple Knights. St. Aug has the heart of the order up, 2, 3, and 4. Jeffrey Durancelet, Shannon Martin, Bryce Robinson against Alan Mason, who's thrown just 26 pitches.
3 innings?
In 3 innings, and he's walked no one. Strike thrower, that's what we got. As soon as Ro and I were talking to Jeff Lupo, what's he throw? Strikes. Thank you. I got it, man. Strikes indeed. He's doing that beautifully. Struck out 2, walked none thus far. And taking his warm-up tosses to get it started. As mentioned, should Brother Martin win this game, it would force a game 3. That is scheduled right now for 2:30 Saturday afternoon at Mike Miley Stadium in Metairie. If John Curtis and Rummel should go 3 games, they would play game 3 on Saturday at 11 a.m. at Mike Miley. So what you would have is a doubleheader at Mike Miley that day.
2 great ball games if it works out that way.
Here is Jeffrey Durancelet, pitcher, shows bunt early, flew out to center in the first. Slug bunt, swinging a foul back to the netting. It's 0-1. It's almost, and I want to say virtually almost, every time they show bunt that early, they slug bunt. Mm-hmm. Kenny, that's what we've seen for 2 nights.
That's exactly right.
There's the 0-1. Oh, and he hit him. So there's the base runner, a hit batsman, a slow curveball that didn't curve. Durancelet's on. And we'll get a courtesy runner, no doubt, for the pitcher. It's going to be Jackson Frazier. So Frazier's going to run it first. And the Purple Knights get a leadoff man on.
I used to hate it when I hit somebody with a doggone curveball. I swear to God.
Frustrating, Kenny?
Oh, man. It's supposed to be your best pitch, and you're hitting the guy with it. What are you doing?
Runner at first. Throw over, running back.
Well, that's the first poor curveball Mason has thrown. He's done a great job throwing that pitch over the plate tonight.
Pitch misses just off the plate. It's 1-0. On Shannon Martin. Here it comes. And that's a strike call. So the count evens up at 1-1.
Must have missed a sign or 2 because he's pulling out his card.
Yeah, looking at the card again. They all carry the cards in their back pockets.
Oh, no, I didn't check my card.
Ball and a strike. Runner goes. Pitches a fly ball to right. Slicing away. That's trouble. Right fielder's diving and can't get it. Runner's going to come around third. He's going to head for the plate. Here's the throw home. He is safe at home. RBI double for Shannon Martin, and the Purple Knights on the come. It's 4-1.
Jackson Frazier.
Well,
that's the courtesy runner.
Yes, indeed. He could fly, and if he doesn't trip around third.
Exactly. He stumbled around third.
Right. I mean,
I thought he was going to fall.
Yeah.
Scored easily. And as it turned out, he beat the throw by about, I don't know, maybe a couple of feet.
Yeah.
On a double by Martin, who drives in his 13th. It's 4-1, and the Purple Knights have something going with nobody out here in the 4th. Bryce Robinson bats. Hit it where they ain't. Boy, he's right fielder way off the line as he is right now. And that's the way that Martin went with that one in beautiful fashion.
Yeah, and I mean, the right fielder was doing the best he could, but that ball kept tailing away from him.
Stretch. Pitch. Gonna bunt toward third. That's a beauty. Third baseman charges, gloves, throws. He's saved. Base hit. Bryce Robinson. On to third goes Martin with nobody out, and here come the Purple Knights.
That's a great bunt. There was nothing he could do on that. He wasn't getting him out. That's a perfect bunt.
It just died.
Yes.
You know?
Right.
It went far enough from the catcher, and it just died enough.
You know, that other play at the plate, the St. Aug runner went head first. I would try and ask my players to never slide head first at the plate because you may hit the guy with all the gear on.
Right.
And that's a great way of getting injured, breaking a finger. It's okay any other base, but not with the guy with the gear on.
First and third, nobody out. Chance for an inning here for the Purple Knights. Darwin Kirkland at the plate. Runners lead, and a little 53 move, nothing doing. We'll draw some moves and ahs. They go to the fifth inning at Mike Miley Stadium. Rummel 2-0 over John Curtis. Pitch high. Rummel is pitching their number 2 tonight. Brock Bullinger, who's been pitching wonderfully of late, 1-0. Interesting because they have an ace who's as good, if not the best pitcher in this league, and Giancarlo Arancibia.
Yeah.
There's a strike called. It's 1-1. That's a team I don't think I want to mess with in the future. Arancibia is a sophomore. Mikey Ryan's a sophomore.
A lot of young people.
Bowinder is a junior. Nix is a freshman.
Yep.
Gavin Kennedy's a freshman. Evan Berg's a freshman. Avrard's a junior. You go down that whole team. That's a
lot of arms.
That's a bunch of young dudes, and they've got good pitching.
Great coaching, too.
1-1 the count. Runner goes from first. That's a breaking ball strike. They throw through. Runner's going to break for the plate. Here's the throw. It's there. He is. Oh, no, he's safe. The ball's on the ground. Safe at home. Runner for third. He's safe. And the Purple Knights pull it off on the double steal. The catcher, Prather, tried to block the plate, took the hit, stopped him from getting there, but could not corral the baseball. It turns into a double steal and a 4-2 game. And on the back end, great base running by Robinson to get to third, and still nobody out.
Okay, Kenny, that was a head-first slide to home plate.
Yeah.
The other thing is, I mean, okay, he's safe, dislodge the ball, but, you know, you can get a piece of a catcher's mitt in your mouth, or you could, you know, I don't know. I'm with you. I never really liked the head-first business there, but,
you know,
dislodge the ball at that point.
And you know, the rule is that, you know, you cannot block a base if you don't have the ball. I thought the catcher did a pretty good job of giving a guy the base, and once the ball came in, he moved to block the base a little bit, make the tag. But again, separate his shoulder, break a finger, you know, you never know.
Well, I think the runner got off lucky coming home plate.
Yes.
I think it was a bad move, I thought.
1-2 pitch, swinging a foul.
Well, now, in his defense, the ball got over the guy covering second base. That's when he left, and whoever, I forget who was backing up, made a great leaping play to be able to get the ball and throw back to the plate.
Still no one out, by the way.
Right.
1-2 is fouled out of play as Kirkland battles. He had the big double last night. That's a big run down at third for the Purple Knights to pick up with nobody out. Got to get that run home if you're St. Aug, with runners in at the corners, or rather fielders in at the corners.
Something tells me there may be a bunt in here in these next 2 batters or somewhere along the line here to get this run in.
1-2, breaking ball, and he struck him out. Foul tip into the mitt. That's a good job by Prather to hold on. Round number 1. That's a big out for Mason. And here's Troy Brown, who singled sharply to center his first time. He's driven in 15 on the season.
Big at bat here.
Time called just before the pitch was going to be delivered. It's not on the hitter, it's on the umpire. He grants that time. The pitch, swinging a foul back. That was a high breaking ball. Brown had a hack. It's 0-1.
That was a mistake pitch right there. He was lucky he got away with that. Off a good hitter.
4-2, Brother Martin, bottom of the 4th. Stretch Mason, the pitch on the way. Down and out. Good play by Prather.
Great job by Prather right there. Again, that ball was well into the left-handed batter's box.
Pitch, foul back. And it's 1-2.
Outfield shallow again.
So 1-2 to Brown. Runner at third. Robinson leads. Mason stretching and pitching. Missed the out. Oh, he called him out. That pitch, frankly, looked off the plate. That's a big call on strikeout number 2. And just from my vantage point, I thought it was just off the plate, Kenny.
I agree. It's off the plate, but you know, you're a big hitter that's going to drive runs in. You got to at least try and put that ball in play. I know it's tough when you think it's a ball, but you don't want to get called out with a guy at third base.
Swing and a miss by Judah Durant's grounded to third his first time. That's a huge out. If Mason can get out of this and strand a runner at third with nobody out,
right?
That's a big point in this game. It's up to Judah Durantsley to pick up his teammate. 0-1 the count. Here it comes. Down and out. Prather can't field it. Runner for the plate. He will score. And that runner does cross the plate on a wild pitch, and it's a 4-3 ball game.
Well, that shoots all of our theories to heck. You know, just throw a ball in the dirt. And, I mean, one of the few times that the balls get by our the catches that we have here, and a run scores.
Yep. When you think about, like you said, 26 pitches in the first 3 innings, and he was cruising along,
right,
as we said, and now all of a sudden the third run comes in as a result of a wild pitch.
Swing and a miss, big breaking ball. So the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes on Judah Durantsley. And another from Mason. Swinging a ball hammered down the left field line. That's going to find green space. Durantsley's going to round first. He's on his way to second and stops. And now runs into the umpire trying to get back. That turns into a single for Judah. So he would have picked up that run anyway with that knock.
It looked like Fred Flintstone trying to get back to first base. The feet kept going, and one going anywhere.
Old tippy toes Flintstone. I thought he was a bowler. Wasn't that his deal?
That was it.
Flintstone bowling, something like that. The pitch, that's in there for a strike call to Bacchus, who flew out to left his first time.
Let's see if he sends him here, trying to get the tying run in at second base here.
No balls and a strike on Bacchus. The pitch, runner goes, and a swing and a pop-up. Should end the inning. It's in the short center field for Basile. He's got it. Inning is over, but the Purple Knights have their inning. 3 runs in the frame on 3 hits. No errors, strand their second runner. New ball game. We go to the 5th. It's Brother Martin 4, St. Augustine 3. Game on, Kenny.
Game on. You cannot let teams hang around. You gotta, I was saying earlier, you gotta try and get a run in each inning and keep plugging away, keep putting nails in the coffin. And Brother Martin has done it. They've also had guy picked off at second and a couple of base running mistakes. It's just going to come back to haunt them. And I'm very impressed with what St. Aug has done, being patient. They got down 4-0. They could have thrown the gloves in and packed it in and say, we'll go play Saturday. But they didn't. And now it's a great ball game, 4-3.
It'll be interesting to see how St. Aug, how both teams react from that last half inning, that 3-run inning by St. Aug. Will the Purple Knights, they're back in the ball game now. They got to feel good about themselves. But how will this very good Crusader team react? Be interesting to see.
We were talking last night how they've struggled down the last part of the season. Mm-hmm. And, they came out tonight and they didn't. They weren't struggling tonight, but let's see how they respond, like you said. Good teams will respond.
4 runs, 5 hits, no errors. And 3 left, Brother Martin. 3 runs, 4 hits, 3 errors, and 2 left for St. Aug as we head to the 5th. Walker Basile leads it off, 2, 3, and 4 for Brother Martin here in the 5th. Basile has struck out, and he singled sharply. Ball hit to left. Left fielder back, turned around. That ball's going to the wall. Basile on his way to second with a ringing double. That ball was hit so hard. I don't know that Robinson, if he plays it right, is going to catch it. That ball was hit like a shot.
I don't know if he catches that ball either, but his first 2 steps were in.
Yes.
And, you know, you just cannot do that. But he gave himself no chance to catch up with that ball. Again, opposite field base hit. Well, double.
Runner at second, nobody out as Brother Martin looks to respond right away. And here is Goche's fly to center, pop to short. Stretch pitch. Strike called. It's 0-1. Basile leads from second. And a ball in the dirt. Stripling kept it right at his feet.
Had a kick save.
He did. Hockey playoffs going underway right now, and it's like the NBA, and kick save indeed. I find myself late at night watching NBA playoffs and flipping over and watching some of the NHL. I don't watch hockey during the year, but the playoffs, I'll watch some of that. It's pretty fun.
Oh, yeah.
And, of course, I became a Blues fan because of my whole St. Louis thing, so watch them win a game and lose a game. 2-1 now on Goche.
That is a crazy sport, y'all.
Will the Lightning make it 3 in a row?
It takes great, swinging a fly ball into center. Prosper back with a play. Runner will tag at second. Prosper the catch. Runner tags, but he's not going to go on that good arm. And right on the money with that throw, Prosper.
That's nice throw.
So that's ball hit pretty well, but not a productive out because that runner stays at second with 1 out.
You know, the thing about hockey, since we were talking about hockey right now, you know, forget what they're doing. I just like to watch them skate.
Crazy.
I agree.
Forget that they're beating up on each other and that they're, handling this puck with the stick. Just watching them skate.
The assault and battery that takes place is just absolutely remarkable that goes on continuously. And I know people love that about the sport.
They're on skates.
I can do without it personally. I enjoy the skill. Exactly. Strike call the booth.
And then before I lived in Dallas and I went and saw some Stars games. I thought they were all little bitty guys. No, Madonna could be a tight end in the NFL. He was the enforcer for the Stars.
And the sounds of them hitting those boards, somebody should be dead.
Right.
The sound, dude. Boom.
I get bruised watching them hit each other. It's terrible. Good Lord. 6'4", 240, doing 30 miles an hour on skates.
Yes. Backwards.
Check of the runner. Shortstop jockeying behind the runner. Now the pitch. That's outside.
Umpire
did he get called? He got time called before the pitch, I believe.
Yep, that's not fair. He had already started his motion to the plate.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. It's a huge pet peeve of mine, the late timeout granted to hitters. Make them stay in the box. Make them pitch the ball. Barrett Ray's asking right now about it.
Well, hitters have all the advantage. You know I feel that way.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah. Those pitchers, I tell you.
Everything's pitchers, man.
Yeah.
I said you and Bollinger for crying out loud.
Man. Every advantage.
1-1 to count the pitch. That's down and in. Good pick.
Well, no, come on. They can use pine tar. They can use gloves. What can we put on the ball?
Spit.
Well, you don't know that.
Nicks. Pine tar.
Tear up a seam.
2-1 the count. And the pitch. Swinging a fly ball, the right hit pretty well. Right fielder back, should have a play. He's there. Look out. Center fielder cut behind him. Makes the catch, runner to third for the second out of the inning as Booth hit it pretty well against Basile advance. Well, that's why you need that productive out with nobody out to get that runner advance.
That's right.
That would have been your run.
That would have been it.
And in a close game, that's huge. Here is Colin Roussel. Reached on an error and he's fly to center.
Now, if St. Aug can get out of this, Brother Martin has a little momentum right now, but if St. Aug can get out of this without giving up a run, the momentum shifts to them.
A couple of them have been outs, but...
There's a swing and a ground ball is short. Martin has it. Martin throws low, safe at first. And there's a run scoring on another error by the Purple Knights. And it's 5-3. If St. Aug loses this game, it's going to be all about its defensive woes.
Right.
All about it. I mean, Durantsley's doing a good job.
Yes.
He's pitching to contact with plays that should be made, and they're just not being made.
What I was about to say before that pitch is this is the first inning where we've had more than one solid connection by Brotherman, really solid connections, but he should be out of the inning.
Absolutely.
He should be out of the inning right now. That was a routine play.
Right.
Pitch missing away for ball one. To Stringer, who has a walk and a run scored. He's stolen a base. He's 0 for 1. Louisiana Tech commit.
That was a strike.
Called it a strike. My bad. That's a ball. Or did he get time again?
Yes, he did.
He got time again. And again, this late time being called. Look at Barrett Ray just threw his hands up. And I just don't.
Not fair.
And again, I'm not blaming the hitters. I think umpires need to just say stay in the box. And just allow the pitch to be made. It can cause injury.
Yeah.
It just doesn't play well in the game, in my estimation. But we see it all the time. It's 0-1, because there was a no pitch. Check of the runner. Pitch on the way. Down and out. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Now, it kills me to say this, but in the hitter's defense, Duransley is working very fast.
Yeah.
He's getting the ball and he's going to the plate. And I can tell you, hitters are not used to doing that, of working that fast.
Swinging a foul back, so the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes now.
Yeah, he's pitching at Bob Gibson pace.
Mm-hmm. Get the ball and go.
And go.
Good reference there.
Yep.
It makes me smile. 1-2 the count. And the pitch, runner goes, pitch is high, throw by Stripling is high into center field. Runner will hold at second. And that is stolen base number 4 for the Crusaders, as they really have their running shoes on tonight. And it's 4 different players with steals as well. As Roussell's in the scoring position. And a 2-2 count on Stringer, a good hitter. They go to the 6th inning at Mike Miley Stadium in Metairie. It's now Archbishop Rummel 3, John Curtis nothing.
Bollinger must be throwing a great ball game.
Long way to go. It's 6 outs now, and that's down and out, and it's 3-2.
And we know those last 3 outs are always the hardest ones to get.
Well, they got 6 to get in that one.
Right.
Against a really good team. Three balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Stringer waits. Duransley ready. Payoff pitch. Now he called him out. Well, that might be payback there.
Outside.
Yeah, I think that's one for each side now.
Yeah,
Frankly, that I think were
looked
balls.
like that pitch against St. Aug. It
Very
really looked
much
like the
so.
same pitch.
No doubt. In the inning, a run on a hit with an error. A runner stranded. That's 4 left in the game for Brother Martin. Bottom of the 5th coming. Let's take a stretch here from Kirsch Rooney, where Brother Martin leads St. Augustine by the score of 5-3. And today's coverage on Crescent City Sports is brought to you by the Lamarck Automotive Complex in Kenner. Lamarck Quick Lane services all makes and models, batteries, tires, oil changes, and more. All done quickly while you enjoy some popcorn. Must be a reason. Must be a reason indeed. So on we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Now a 5-3 game in favor of Brother Martin. So, Kenny, they got a little bit of an answer there, getting a run back. That was important for the Crusaders.
Mm-hmm. Well, again, it came down to who was going to make the play. Was Brother Martin going to get that extra run in, or was Hogg going to be able to get out? And Duransley did his job. Just, threw a ball low to first base to let the another run in here, another nail in the coffin. Let's see if the Purple Knights can respond.
Mason back to the mound. Barrett ready to having a discussion with the umpires. I'm sure it's all about the late time being granted and such. And there's at-bats. And I feel his pain. Like I said, I'm not a fan of that anytime, anywhere.
Right. Now, I don't mind the timeouts, but you cannot wait till the pitcher starts.
It's in his motion.
And as a pitcher, you're taught you should always finish your motion. a couple of times, when he called a late timeout, I accidentally slipped and threw one like toward the batter, but it happens sometimes.
So bottom of the 5th inning, 5-3, Brother Martin. It will be Ryan Stripling to get it started here. Stripling is grounded out. Catcher to first on a bunt.
Ooh.
Tries to bunt again and pops it foul. It's 0-1.
That's good for Mason to jump ahead with a first pitch strike.
Oh-1. Strike called inside edge. Or did it hit him?
Hit him.
It hit him.
Hit him.
Pitch glanced him on the elbow, and he's saying, the catcher's saying, yes, it did hit him.
Coach
Check
Lupo's
with the
coming
bench.
out now.
Well, the catcher said it hit him. I mean, when you turn around, all you look at Prather, and Prather said, yeah, it hit his elbow. All you had to do was look at Prather. He told his coach, shook his head, pointed to his elbow.
Right.
Or maybe, unless he was saying, well, he said it hit his elbow, but typically when he does that, you're thinking he's saying, yeah, it hit him.
And, we had 2 instances last night of that happening. I don't remember who the batter was, but, one we didn't think hit him, one we did think hit him. So, I mean, if I'm batting, I'm trying to get on base any way I can right now.
Okay, so, let this pitch go by.
Okay.
Runner at first, nobody out. Here's Prosper, and a swing and a foul. So
here's another
the hit batsman started the 3-run rally last inning, and a hit batsman to start this inning.
So here's another dumb question. Is there a rule that says you have to make some attempt to get away or not? Sometimes I see you call, sometimes I don't.
It's a judgment call.
Yes.
It's a judgment call. I thought last night one of Brother Martin's players got hit off the knee, and he didn't move. Of course, it was one of the big guys. I think the ball was dented.
Bunt toward third, and he drops it. And he is going to be out at first anyway. Good play to stay with it by Roussel. Looked like he should have caught it.
Yeah.
But give him credit for staying with the play and getting the out. It has to be a sacrifice. Runner at second, one out.
Well, the problem was he should have caught it. It looked like it hit his glove and came out. So the runner on first had to hold up.
I mean,
he was standing there waiting and then saw it come out, and I said, uh-oh, they're going to get the lead runner.
He had an easier out at second base.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's going to get the lead runner.
That's right.
That's the first thing I thought.
That's right.
Right.
And the base runner did exactly what he needed to do. You got to see the ball on the ground before you go.
Jeffrey Duransley shows bunt, slug bunt as he pulled it back out and takes a strike. He's been hit by a pitch, scored a run. That was last inning. He's also fly to center. Represents the tying run at the plate. It's 0-1. The pitch from Mason. Tried to bunt it, and he bunts it foul, and it's 0-2. Playing the small ball game.
And both these teams do it well.
They do indeed. We've seen enough evidence of that. The pitch, that's high, and it's 1-2. So a ball and 2 strikes. Another swinging a fly ball to right. Right fielder hadn't played very shallow. Gauthier waits on it, catches it. Runner will go nowhere. Throw comes into third. That's not the smartest throw right there. You don't want to throw that ball through in that situation. The pitcher wasn't quite there to back up yet. You just want to get it to the cutoff man. He's not going anywhere at second base.
And again, I don't know why outfielders miss cutoff man. I just don't understand. Just come up, get the ball in. He's not running. But now you're taking a chance of a ball taking a hop, going into the bleachers. Just you got to play smart.
Courtesy runner at second, number 23, Kenyon Hughes for St. Aug.
So Hughes runs at second with 2 outs for Stripling. Here's Martin, and here's a swing and a line drive. Caught by Sienna, and the inning is over. A ball was hit on the screws. Martin couldn't have hit it any harder, but a big out to get out of the inning with no runs, no hits, and a runner stranded. That's 3 left for the Purple Knights. We've played 5, and it is 5-3. Brother Martin on top of St. Augustine. Another good game, Kenny.
I mean, great game, back and forth. You know, I didn't get a chance to see St. Aug play earlier in the year, but they're certainly impressing me with last night and tonight. And I know how good Brother Martin is, and this is just 2 teams battling. You know, Aug has the 1-0 lead, and with Brother Martin's backs to the wall. You know, good teams respond. Let's see what happens.
Okay, you talked about the Brother Martin and St. Aug programs, and we talked about the success that they've had in baseball at Brother Martin. We're old enough or young enough to know about state championships in '84. That was Tookie Spann and Cheeto Martinez and all that, and American Legion and all that good stuff. And then, of course, in what was it, '96? I think it was.
They won it in '96 and they won it in '84.
With Blair.
Right.
Okay. So let's be nice to the St. Aloysius people. Aloysius won it 4 times.
They won 4 state. St. Aloysius won 4 state championships.
They won 4 within a 7-year period. They were back to back in '54 and '55. Yep.
Yes, they did.
Who coached those Aloysius teams? Do you know?
I always wondered. It was a gentleman named Carl Levy, and I always wondered if he was related to John. If John was related. Are they?
Okay,
I assume they are.
So, Carl Levy Jr. is one of the top heart surgeons in the country. Went to Jesuit High School. I grew up with him. I went to St. Louis King of France with him, and he actually did our friend Ed Daniels' last procedure.
Oh, okay.
And of course, John is his brother. Okay. Also grew up there, so that's quite a family. Wonderful people.
So it was their dad.
I would imagine it's his dad.
Yeah,
I would imagine.
Carl. I always saw that name, and
don't quote me.
I never asked him.
Don't quote me.
I never asked John.
But you just did, I think.
Yeah.
Good chance, right? Frank Randall will lead it off in the 6th. He's had a big night. 2 hits and an RBI and a run scored. 2 for 2. Illustrating the lineup depth of this team. He's down in the 7 hole, and he takes it down and in, ball 1.
You know, and I only ask that question because you always hear about Altabella, about Kalbacher, Coach Mizuraka.
Yep.
You know, I mean, all those guys. And
1-0 is a fly ball to right over a little bit as Bacchus should have a play. He does and makes the catch. Round number 1, Randall retired for the first time. And now Egan Prather, who's batted twice and had 2 sacrifice bunts. That won't happen here with nobody on. You were saying?
Well, just, you always hear about those great legendary coaches. And I never knew St. Aloysius had 4 state championships.
Yeah.
I knew that they played good baseball. And only because of my brother, who's 10 years older than me, I was at those games watching them play.
I think ML was the coach at Aloysius for a little while.
He was.
Baseball coach.
He did that too?
Yeah.
Pitch
ML
missing,
Lagarde.
Pitch missing down and out for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. Well, I was coached playing playground ball by Nick Revon, who knew a little bit about Aloysius, right?
Yeah.
Back in the day. And then here's the 1-1 pitch first. That's down and out. My assistant at the Saints Hall of Fame Museum for so many years was my wonderful, dear and great friend Roy Hoffman. He was a wonderful, just the nicest guy you ever met. He was a brilliant football player. And there's another time call. And again, he is working quickly, so I understand it. Yeah. But again, this is on the umpire to grant time, and he's doing it.
Yeah.
If he stops doing it, if he calls a strike, that will stop it right there.
Right.
Pitch missing away.
All it takes is 1.
Exactly, and it's 3-1. And Kenny's right. When a guy is quick pitching you have to step out sometimes. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That just missed down and away, ball 4. So a rare walk. Only the second given by Duransley. That's not been the problem for the Purple Knights tonight.
No, not
the pitching has been good. The defense has not.
And going back to the fast-paced pitching, you keep 1 foot out of the box, and then you put the other foot in and get set. Now you're ready to go. What they're doing is they're in the box, they're taking their warm-up swings, they're stretching. Then when the guy's ready to pitch, they're calling timeout. When you step in a box against a guy who's working fast, you got to be ready to hit. If you want to call a timeout before you get to the box and the umpire puts his hand up, that's fine. But you can't wait 2 or 3 seconds and the pitch is starting his windup.
So long discussion on the mound.
Yeah, the home plate umpire gives them a little longer mound visit time than I think I've ever seen.
Well, these games have. Last night was incredibly slow, and you know, a lot of reasons for it. But the game plays better when it's played quicker in all phases, and that's one of the reasons that it's lost some fans
this is a
over
long
the years.
time to me.
It sure is.
It is.
You know, if you're not making
and you like baseball,
change.
it's a great game.
Yeah.
But all this clock stuff and everything, look, you can shorten the game just by eliminating some of this.
Right.
Visits should be no longer than 30 seconds. End of story.
Yeah.
End of story.
Most in a lot of major league games, if I see them on television, you know, as soon as the manager hits the mound, it looks like they start counting about 15 seconds and they start walking.
And
exactly.
The umpire starts walking.
I was going to say, you don't even need 30 seconds. Keep it to about 20.
Just have a buzzer like you have in basketball, man. Time's up. Got to go. Right? Here's Brian Dara. Base hit. The fielder's choice. Shows bunt. Pulls the bat back. Takes a strike. It is no balls and 1 strike. Game 1 of the other quarterfinal series of Mike Miley. They now go to the 7th inning. Archbishop Rummel 3. John Curtis Christian nothing. No balls and a strike on Dara. Check of the runner. Pitch on the way. Runner goes, swinging a fly ball down the right field side, slicing foul and almost getting it with a great effort is Bacchus diving into foul territory. He lit out after that, full speed.
That was a great effort right there. He covered some ground.
St. Thomas Aquinas, the number 1 seed in Division III. They beat number 8 Lafayette Christian 5-2 in game 1 of their series. Well, that looks like a showdown looming between St. Thomas Aquinas and St. Charles Catholic. They've been 1-2 all year long. And they both won game 1 today. 2 really good programs. Cole Catalano at St. Thomas Aquinas, Wayne Stein at St. Charles Catholic. Here's the 0-2. Swinging a line drive, base hit up the middle. Stopping at second base will be Prather. Again, the lineup depth of Brother Martin. That's their 9-hole hitter.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I said they're the best inning team we saw this year, certainly in this league. Siena will bat. He has reached on an error. Stolen a base, scored. He's 0 for 3. Scored a run as mentioned. Bats here in a big situation. This is a tenuous 2-run lead. I think that's the right word. If you can get another run or 2 here, it changes the dynamic.
Correct. Again, put another nail in, and St. Augustine, we got to get out of this without giving them another run.
Well, Duransley's been able to do that.
Right.
He's given up 2 is the most he's given up. And he's had a lot of chance to work out of. Chop toward third, step on the bag 1, throw to first, and off the bag. And that will get a runner to third, so that'll be a throwing error. And now he's going to throw it home, fortunately, to make sure the runner stores at third. So it will be a force out at third, then to throw to first, wide, so that allows the runner to reach. That's another error. That's the 5th error for St. Aug.
Error number 5.
And if he makes a good throw there, the guy's out.
And the inning is over.
Yes.
Fielder's choice. Error allows a runner to get to third. So it's first and third, 2 outs. And now 5 errors, as mentioned, by the Purple Knights. Can they escape despite it here? You're going to have to get their best hitter, Basile, who's doubled and singled. He's some hitter. Swinging a pop-up. He'll get him here, it would appear. Left fielder is there, waiting. Snaring it for the out is Robinson. That's a big out for the Purple Knights. Get their best hitter and they escape without any damage. No runs, a hit and an error. 2 men left. Brother Martin is stranded. 6, bottom of the 6th coming. And it remains a 5-3 lead for the Crusaders over the Purple Knights. Today's coverage on Crescent City Sports is brought to you by Ochsner Sports Medicine Institute, treating more than 30,000 athletes a year with innovative treatments for sports injuries. Visit oxnard.org/sportsmed to learn more. So bottom of the 6th, another team meeting for the Purple Knights. They will have Robinson, Kirkland, and Brown coming up here in the 6th.
Just building them up. Okay, guys, we got 6 outs. We got to get at least 1 here.
So again, 5-3 game. In the bottom of the 6th inning, Alan Mason still out there for the Crusaders. Had the one blip inning, otherwise he's been really good.
He's been very good, and the Brother Martin defense has been very good.
He's still only at 56 pitches entering the 6th inning.
That's amazing. That's a great outing.
Yeah.
He's walked no one. He's hit 2 batters and struck out 4 in the game. He's given up 4 hits. Again, not to belabor the point, but it is really the story in this game. The big number on that scoreboard is that crooked 5, and that's the game right now.
More errors than hits. 5-4.
You're not going to win a lot of games doing that.
And so there you go. Bill Gallagher's listening, our great, good and great friend. Wonderful man who does our basketball games with us. He did our baseball game over at Shaw and Holy Cross last week. Carl Levy was John's dad. He passed away a few years ago.
Is that right? Okay, yeah.
So just as I thought.
I never asked John. You know, I just remember I would think about it when I wasn't around him. You know, and yeah.
Thank you, Bill. Always appreciate you, buddy. One of the really fine gentlemen, just a super guy. Just good. He's worked at so many schools, public and private, and he's made a difference in lives. Retired from teaching just a couple of years ago. Ground ball right side. Second baseman gets it and bobbles. And the leadoff man is aboard. Well, we praise the defense, but not this time. Randall can't handle it, and that allows Robinson to reach, and it opens the door with nobody out. The tying run of the plate. First error for Brother Martin in the game.
Routine play. Sometimes the routine plays give you a little too much time to think about it.
He had to range a little bit, but still not a difficult chance.
No.
So here's Kirkland. He's batted twice, struck out twice. Swinging a foul. It's 0-1. Robinson a base hit and a run scored. And now he reaches on the error. Kirkland 0 for 2, trying to get something done here. No balls and a strike.
Steps off.
Toes the rubber. Check of the runner, Mason. Runner goes. Pitches down and in. Throw down is accurate, but he's safe. Beat the throw. Good jump. Speed wins there because the throw was good by Prather, but a stolen base for Robinson, and he's in scoring position. That's a daring play down 2 in the 6th to take that chance, Kenny, but it paid off.
Absolutely. In a particular way, he threw people out last night. So you took a chance, and it worked. If you don't take a chance, then everybody in the world's mad at you.
The pitch. Breaking ball, base hit right field. Runner is going to stop at third. It's going to be first and third with nobody out. The tying runs are on. Here come the Purple Knights.
They just elude confidence right now. I got to tell you,
Let me tell you something. If they can overcome 5 errors and win this game. And that's why they've minimized the damage, and you got to give Durantsley all of the credit. Brother Martin had a chance for some crooked numbers. They only had 1 inning with that in the first, but they've had 3 other innings where they had great chances to put up 2 or 3 runs. Yeah, and he minimized the damage.
He got some help from some shoddy base running at sometimes by the Crusaders. But, yeah, he has done a really good job.
Pitch is a strike called to Troy Brown, who has a line drive single, and he struck out.
Let's see if they run him here.
Kirkland at first. Grabs his lead runner from third, not going, and a swing and a drive to left into the corner. That's going to get at least 1 home. It could tie the game. 1 run is home. Second runner to third. He will stop there on a ringing double by Troy Brown. It is a 5-4 ball game, and the Purple Knight crowd erupts.
He smacked that one.
That ball was hit, folks.
Can't hit the ball any harder than that. Brown.
Over by the Jesuit Retief oil sign. It rolled up to those signs. The ball was hit well.
Visit to the mound. Because now you've got the tying run at third, the go-ahead run at second with nobody out. And a team that likes to bunt. Keep that in mind with Judah Duransley, the youngster, coming to the plate. Troy Brown has hit 2 balls just as hard as you can hit them tonight.
Smoked them.
But what opened the gates there? The error. Been playing
Right.
sound
Without
defense.
a doubt.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
The E4.
And I'm not trying to pick on these high school kids.
No,
Please,
Not in the least.
you know.
You're just stating fact, and
Right.
it's not a matter. We already know. We talked. We said who made the error, and we move on. It's not about the name.
Right.
It's about the game, not about the name. That's what I
Right.
say about the high school level.
Right.
A little different when you get paid to do it.
That's right.
It's your job to catch the ball and throw it.
And what I try to explain to parents who jump on their kids all the time, I'm like, there's nobody that feels worse about striking out with bases loaded than your kid or who makes an error that causes a run to score, you know.
Sure.
It's not like he wanted to.
That's right.
Here's Duransley. Judah has grounded out, singled, 1 for 2. Tying run at third. Go ahead run at second. Nobody out. Brother Martin aware the bunny is squaring the bunny. Bunts one first runner for the plate. He will score. It's a base hit. This game is tied 5-5. Go ahead run to third with nobody out. Judah Duransley. Beautiful bunt.
Great bunt. Couldn't have been placed any better.
Howard Bacchus now can be the hero in a 5-5 game. And keep in mind, it's the bottom of the 6th. Brother Martin's got one more shot in this if St. Aug takes the lead. And they'll be playing for their season.
Howard Bacchus, who came up late last night in the ball game and cleared the bases, correct? Same Howard Bacchus.
Same person. He squares to bunt. Their first baseman has to hold the runner on. Runner dancing around. 53 move. They throw over there, and he's not close enough to be able to make a play. But St. Aug knows that.
Yeah, that's tough on a first baseman. Because as soon as the pitcher starts to the plate, he's coming in for the bunt.
Correct.
And he's going to do a fake the third, throw to first.
Just putting pressure on the defense.
That's right.
The pitch on the way. He's going to bunt. He missed it. Foul tip. It's 0-1. Great bunt by Judah Duransley.
I just want to mention that in recent years, we've heard a lot about how players can't bunt anymore, that you don't see them bunting anymore. How many good bunts have we seen in this game tonight?
Tell me about it.
On both sides.
No balls and a strike. Runner goes from first. The pitch is a fly ball to center.
That ought to get him
Should
home.
be deep enough. Let's see. No, he's coming in. Makes the catch. Runner tags. Here's the throw toward the plate. He is safe at the plate, and the Purple Knights have taken a 6-5 lead on a sacrifice fly by Howard Bacchus. What a huge change in this game. What a job of executing. Great bunt. Then you get the ball in the air deep enough to get the runner home. It's just good baseball, and it's 6-5. And the Purple Knights have taken full advantage of the mistake.
You took the words right out of my mouth. It's great baseball.
So now, still, only one out of the inning. And the runner at first, Duransley, and Stripling will bat. St. Aug looks for insurance here. The Purple Knights are 3 outs away from history, folks. Here's Stripling. Runner with a big jump takes off. And it's a good throw, but again, he stole it on the pitcher.
Right.
Stolen base. Duransley is at second.
Runner in scoring position, 1 out.
And a 1-0 count on Stripling. Both teams have run and run successfully this evening.
Just the opposite from last night.
Exactly. Everybody was thrown out. Strike called. It's 1-1. Hit batsman last inning, got out of it. Error this inning, could not pitch around it. 1-1 the count. Mason ready. Mason pitching, and a breaking ball bunted to the mound. Mason will have to go to first. He does, and the ball is dropped by the second baseman. And another mistake by Brother Martin. It will go as a sacrifice, then it'll go as an error on the second baseman covering. That's an E4 on the second baseman. Unfortunately, his second of the inning, and runners at first and third with one out. Well, the defense for Brother Martin was so good up until this inning.
Yes.
And it's let him down.
And again, Mason's doing everything he can, and just the mistakes are happening.
And now the Purple Knights look to play add-on. Great opportunity to do that. Second error for Brother Martin. And now Genesis Prosper. Again, they had played errorless baseball until this inning. Prosper is struck out, grounded out, and he's had a sacrifice. And again, that's a huge run down at third. 1 run deficit is one thing. 2 runs or more, that's a different dynamic altogether.
Yes.
Keep in mind, the Crusaders can hit. They've got their 3, 4, and 5 hitters coming up looking ahead. What will the score be? Right now, it's 6-5.
Well, remember, it was 8-1 last night going into that last inning, and they did a great job of coming back and making it a ball game.
The pitch, runner goes, pitches away, fake throw, stolen base. And a 1-0 count as a result. And the stolen base for Stripling. Gets in the scoring position. Now a base hit could get them 2. Infield in for the play at the plate. Time call. Running out of room here on my sheet for stolen bases and errors. Hate when that happens. Has a ground ball, the second runner for the plate. They got him. They're going to look him back and throw to first. So Randall looked the runner back, and they got the out at first, round number 2. And again, that's a big out because for Brother Martin to keep this to a 1-1 game is imperative.
Correct. Good clean play. Looked that runner back at third and made the little short throw to first for the second out of the inning.
Right. I mean, both a good play offensively and defensively. The guy on third base did not automatically go, and the guy at the second baseman checked the runner, took the out at first. Nice play on both ends.
Second and third, 2 outs. Ready once more is Mason. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball strike. It's 0-1 to Jeffrey Duransley, his counterpart. He's been hit by a pitch. He's 0 for 2. Trying to help himself here. Ooh, just missed. It's 1-1. Pretty good looking pitch.
Great spot. Great spot, just missed. Had to be down.
High and away, 2-1.
I mean, other than a couple of pitches, I think the umpiring crew has done a great job last night and tonight.
And you didn't like the timeouts.
Well, timeouts, but that's.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swinging a foul. It's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 outs.
Kind of double clutched on that swing.
He does.
A little clutch on that.
2-2 the count. And the pitch. Breaking ball popped him up. Should end the inning. Who wants it? Second baseman, shortstop. Shortstop will make the catch. Siena. Inning is over, but 8 men come to the plate. 3 runs cross the plate for the Purple Knights on 3 hits. 2 big errors. 2 men stranded. It's 5 left for St. Aug. Purple Knights are 3 outs away from history. As we head to the 7th, it's 6-5 St. Augustine over Brother Martin. It won't be easy. Good hitters coming up for Brother Martin with Gauthier, Booth, and Roussel here in the 7th inning.
They all look good to me.
I mean, there's not a weak hitter in Brother Martin's lineup. I mean, they all look good. You know, I just wanted to add also, JPRD has moved some of their league games for For the playoffs to be used at Miley, yeah. They moved their league games to Saturday night. So that was awful nice of them to do that, to help out with the state playoffs.
On to the 7th inning. It's 6-5. The Purple Knights on top. Durant Soleil back to the mound. Just can't stress how good a job he's done to keep his team in this game. When they were down 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, he just kept battling and limited the damage and gave his team a chance.
And like you said,
And then we have a final score just now. Rummel held on and beat John Curtis 3-2. So Rummel wins game 1, 3-2. And so game 2 tomorrow night live on CrescentCitySports.com from Mike Miley Stadium.
I will be there in my fan outfit with my Rummel Raider hat.
Rooting on the alma mater.
Purple Knights 3 outs away. Bryce Goche will try to change that. Here's Goche. Other Martin fans trying to root their team on. Goche has flied to center twice and popped to short. Durant Soleil back to the mound. The first pitch, high for ball 1.
Gotta throw strikes. Can't give him a base.
Yep.
1-0 is outside. It's 2-0. And he hit him. He hit him with a pitch, and the leadoff man is on. The tying run is on with nobody out here in the 7th inning. As Goche is hit by pitch by Durant Soleil. And now you get Eli Booth, who singled home a run. He's 1 for 3 with a run scored.
That's the worst thing that could have happened for the Purple Knights, and the best thing that could have happened for Brother Martin.
Yep.
So let's see if they're going to try and steal the base, if they're going to try and sacrifice him over, or they're going to try and play for 2 runs. A lot of options.
Yeah, good hitter at the plate. It's an interesting decision. A big hole to shoot for between first and second. Runner with a lead. The pitch on the way. Going to swing. And he hits it that way. Yep. And it's a base hit to right field. Stopping at second is Goche. The tying run is in scoring position. The go-ahead run is at first. Still nobody out. Here come the Crusaders. And it's Colin Roussel at the plate.
Well, they were very fortunate. The base runner had to jump over the baseball and almost hit him for an out.
Here is Roussel. Now he could swing or bunt here. Interesting decision. Another good hitter. He's reached twice on errors and he's flying out. He is going to bunt. And he bunts it toward third. It is a good one. And he could beat it. He will. Base hit by Colin Roussel. And the bases are loaded with nobody out. And Kenny, I ask you, could he have let that ball roll?
Should have let it roll. It was a great bunt. And there's no way he was throwing him out. He should have just let that ball roll. And hopefully it would have gone foul. But you lost nothing because you weren't throwing him out anyway.
Yeah, if it's going to remain fair, then find out.
Right.
Find out if it's going to remain fair.
Or do what George Brett did, lay down on the field and blow the ball foul if you have to.
The pitch sails outside for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes to Stringer. The Louisiana Tech commit in a big spot here. From the windup, the pitch down and away, and it's 2 balls and no strikes.
And it's smart right now, playing back, trying to turn a double play.
Swing and a miss. It's 2-1.
He tried to get 8 runs with that one swing.
Yeah.
2-1 the count. Strike called. It's 2-2.
Took a lot off that pitch.
Outside corner.
Absolutely. Great spot, but just the velocity on that was much slower. than
2
anything
balls,
he's
2
thrown.
strikes. From the full windup, here it is. Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Ooh, that's big.
Stringer chased, and he's gone on strikes. 1 out. That is huge. A double play could win it
Yes,
for
right.
St. Aug. Here's Frank Wandel, who's got 2 hits and an RBI, and without belaboring, he'd like to do something here
Great,
after last half inning.
great pitch selection just now. He went with his curveball, and he went with a slower curveball, and then came with the fastball that probably looked 5 miles an hour faster than what it was.
From the full windup, here's the pitch to Randall. That's down. Hit the umpire. Runner for the plate. He is safe at all plate. Safe at the plate. Just beat it. It's the right call, and this game is tied at 6. You talk about a daring base running play. That was daring, and Gauthier got there just in time.
Yes.
And on the back end, runners advance to second and third, equally as important. Interesting, he continues to work from the full windup too, which gave that runner a chance to get a big jump off a third row, as opposed to working from the stretch. But obviously that's how he's comfortable. And he's going to do it again. The runners get big jumps, and the pitch is a swing and a fly ball to center. That's sinking. It is not caught. Run will score. Another runner for third. Back end runner to second, and the Crusaders have a 7-6 lead. It's an RBI single for Randall. His third hit of the game. His second RBI. He does come through, and you know he feels good about it. Prosper couldn't handle this kind of a slicing knuckler on the run. It's going to likely score the run from third,
Right.
but it would have been an out. He doesn't catch it.
Right.
And now with only 1 out, runners at second and third
And
in a
of course-
7-6 game.
And of course, scorekeeper scored a hit when it should have been an error, but
Could have been caught. Right? Could have been caught.
Yeah.
Here's Prather. The pitch. Down and out. The defense really is the story of this game. It's just the plays that aren't made.
that's right.
Plays that weren't made by Brother Martin led to 3
Right.
St. Aug runs.
Both sides.
The plays by St. Aug, 5 errors, and now 1 just now that could have been caught. Well, they lead to more runs for Brother Martin. 1-0 to Prather. Pitcher wanted to pitch. The hitter's not even in the box. The home plate umpire's yelling at the pitcher
Right.
correctly because the hitter's not even anywhere near the batter's box. I mean, it's one thing when he's in the box, but he's not in there. You can't pitch. That's down and out. Nice stop by Stripling. It's 2-0. And I think a little of that is frustration,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
and understandably so.
Right.
The umpire had his hand up. I mean, it was obviously a timeout.
What a game. 7-6 and counting. 1 out in the 7th. Brother Martin has rallied to retake the lead. Hitter talking to his coach. That's done. The pitch, down and out. It's 3-0.
Well, and I'm not saying this is happening, but you got the pitcher arguing with the umpire on that other timeout thing. Does he really think he's going to get a close pitch now? I mean,
Right. Yeah.
Showed bunt, took a strike, 3-1.
It makes a difference. Okay.
absolutely makes a difference.
Well, as a coach, you would know this. 3-1. You've been there, done that, right?
Absolutely.
Here's the 3-1 pitch. Swinging a liner into right center field. Right fielder on the run catches it. Runner tags from third. He's going to try to score, and the throw is not in time. Back end runner for third. It's a sacrifice fly by Egan Prather. It's an 8-6 Crusader lead. And on the back end, Roussel takes third. Or not Roussel, but Randall.
And just like you said with St. Aug last inning, they would have liked to have gotten that extra run. Well, Brother Martin has just gotten that extra run to make it a 2-run lead.
So with 2 outs, Ryan Dara who singled twice, grounded into a fielder's choice. Still a big runner down at third. A 3-run lead is a heck of a lot bigger than a 2-run lead. That's another big run. And the Purple Knights have 3, 4, and 5 in their order coming up. That's down for ball 1.
Great spots, though. That's good spots. Just missing. Those are pitches. Pitchers.
Down and out, it's 2-0. Ball's behind here. Down and out, wild pitch. Here comes the runner. He will score. And it's 9-6.
3 runs now.
Wild Pitches have scored 2 runs here for Brother Martin in the 7th inning. As Randall scores.
Cannot blame the catcher on that. The ball was in the left-handed batter's box, and he's busting his butt to try and get out there and block that ball. And he didn't get there.
Definite wild pitch.
Yeah.
Three and 0 the count as it's come apart here for the Purple Knights in the 7th, and time called by Dara. Well, that's a big run to make it 3.
Oh, yeah.
The way this one's unfolded. There's a strike, and it's 3-1 to Dara. Swinging a foul, it's 3-2. Three balls and 2 strikes. 9-6 Crusaders here in the 7th inning. Ball 4 low. Here comes Barrett Ray. Duransley gave this team all he could give it.
Yeah.
He just kind of wore out here in the 7th. I mean, lost his command. I mean, wild pitches, hit batter, walked. And we didn't see that from him.
Error too.
Well, yeah, but we know that. But his control. My point is, he had really good control all night, but he's lost it here in the 7th. And the error is obviously a big part of this. But here in the 7th, he just struggled to throw strikes. I mean, and obviously that compounded by the hits and errors did him in. We're going to see Bryce Robinson coming in to take over with 2 outs here in the 7th inning. So Bryce Robinson, the new pitcher for the Purple Knights here in the 7th inning. Robinson, 23 1/3 innings pitched this year. It's his 9th appearance of the season for the Purple Knights. And his job right now is to stop the bleeding right here.
And, you know, it goes back to what happened earlier in the ball game when he had to throw an extra 15 or 20 pitches or 25 pitches because they had 3 or 4 hours. You know, now is the time when that comes back to haunt you a lot. When he still may have had a little bit left. I mean, that's not on the scorecard. It doesn't say pitcher threw 30 extra pitches because we couldn't catch the ball.
And sometimes it sounds like an oversimplification when I think, you know, you and or I have said that at some point this evening when we talk about teams that catch the ball. You know, that catch the ball. I mean, it sounds like an oversimplification. Willie Mays was a baseball genius as far as I was concerned. And he oversimplified himself when he explained how he played the game. He said, when they pitch it, I hit it. And when they hit it, I catch it.
That's pretty simple.
Now that's, you know, there was a lot more to Willie Mays than that.
That's right.
But, you know, I understand what he means.
Of course.
And then on the other end of that wisdom is the Yogi Berra isms, where, you know, you sit back
where you just said, what?
Did he just say that?
You know who would have been fast friends with Yogi Berra was Buddy DiLiberto, man.
Oh, my goodness, yes.
Can you imagine that conversation? But the difference between them was, with Buddy, it was natural. That's who he was. With Yogi, I think he was smarter than you think. I think he played you because he realized that people expected that of him, and they had fun with it. So he just he just lived up to the caricature, you know?
Nobody goes to that restaurant anymore. It's too crowded.
It's too crowded. How would you have loved to have grown up in a city where you had the Giants, the Dodgers, and the Yankees?
I'm not sure why we have this long delay here. Okay, they're talking about the white pad on his throwing arm, and that makes sense. You can't have that as a pitcher.
No, I can see that.
Yeah, you can't have that as a pitcher on your arm. You got a white baseball coming out of that. Now he's changing positions, so that's the whole deal.
Right.
As he's been playing with it the whole game, you know, where he's been playing in left field. But now as a pitcher, you can't have white coming out of your pitching hand with the ball coming out of the hand. That's a dangerous situation.
I can see that. It's like sitting a bunch of people in center field with white shirts.
Right, exactly. That's why you have the hitters. Why you have the hitter's background.
Right.
Andrew Sietta bats. He's 0 for 4. He's reached on an error. Took it in the dirt from Robinson. Can't close the book on Duran-Soleil as of yet.
Great ball game, fellas. Great ball game.
And it's not over yet by any stretch. 1-0. Strike call, 1-1. And Bryce Robinson. One and one the count. Here it is. And a swing and a ground ball toward the hole, cut off by the third baseman. Throw to second for the force, and the inning is over. Robinson does his job, but the Crusaders do their job. They come up with 4 big runs with their season on the line, and they do it in the inning on 3 hits. No errors officially, and the Crusaders leaving runner on base. So we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Last chance for the Purple Knights, who trail it by the score of 9-6. That extra one was huge because St. Aug's got their 3, 4, and 5 hitters coming up here.
All right,
Extra 2 runs.
it ain't gonna be easy.
Well, the other thing about that is Mason's going back for his 7th inning, and you wonder about fatigue there.
Yeah.
Correct.
Much like we said with Duran-Soleil.
Good point.
And he started struggling with his curveball for strikes. Let's see if he can bounce back with that.
Yeah, he just hasn't thrown many balls tonight. I'm looking at my pitch count and pitch chart here. He's just not throwing many balls at all. I'm looking at this whole game, guys. Has he had a 3-ball count? The answer is
I don't think
no.
so.
He has not gone to 3 balls in this game. So when you got that scouting report, strikes.
He throws strikes.
You got it.
Accurate scouting report from his coach.
Without a doubt.
Exactly.
He throws strikes.
You know, we've mentioned on the broadcast before, great stat about Maddox that pitched for the Braves.
Mm-hmm.
He faced over 42,000 batters. He had like 363 ball counts. And of those 363 ball counts, 175 were intentional walks. So how many strikes did he throw? And you wonder why he's in the Hall of Fame.
Exactly.
Tell me about it, man.
Makes me think of when my little brother was learning how to talk. That's ridiculous.
That's funny. Yeah, I mean, name of the game is you got to throw your strikes.
Last chance for the Purple Knights, trailing 9-6 as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. And here for St. Aug, it's Shannon Martin, who has a double and a run scored. He's grounded to short. He's lined out hard to short. Pitch on the way is high. It's only the 73rd pitch for Mason
He's
in the game.
He's not tired.
Swinging a foul off the end of the bat. It's 1-1.
Now, it's funny how they get away from their fake bunting here. I thought they'd even go to it more.
1-1 the count. It's down and out. It's 2-1. Purple Knights need a couple of base runners here.
Cannot walk the leadoff hitter. I don't care if you got a 5-run lead.
Mason trying to go the distance, trying to win his 6th game, the 2-1. Swinging a foul. It's 2-2. And the odds of him walking anybody are slim and none. He hasn't walked anyone.
Yeah,
No.
I was going to say he hasn't tonight.
Not tonight.
Now he has hit 2 batters on those breaking balls that got away.
Right.
2-2 the count. Mason the sign. Ready with a 2-2. Outside and low. It is full 3-2.
Almost had him fishing.
Right. That was a great spot, and he almost went after that, but that was a good job of holding back. Great location. Now he's got to put it in play.
Shannon Martin trying to get something started. Payoff pitch. Ball 4, low and away. There's a leadoff walk and a big start for the Purple Knights in the bottom of the 7th inning. That's one base runner and the first walk issued by Mason,
right,
which has to be a bit of a concern because here comes Jeff Lupo right away. You know, he couldn't be happy about that leadoff walk. But his pitcher's giving his team everything he can.
Looks like
he's going to have to come out of the appears. Yeah.
Done a great job tonight.
Pitched into the 7th inning. You can't ask for much more than that. Mason getting a nice round of applause here. As well he should.
Yeah. Outstanding performance by Alan Mason.
So Mason departs, and coming on for Brother Martin to take over is Sam Gernhauser, whom has been very good for this team this year. We saw him last night. He pitched 1 inning, 2 hits, 1 run unearned. Had 2 walks and struck out 1 last night, so his control wasn't what he really wanted in that game, but this is a safe situation, and he's been good. The numbers reflect that clearly. 12 appearances, 8 out of the bullpen. He's 4-2 with a 1.78 earned run average, and he does have a save. 35 and a third innings, only 30 hits allowed. 20 runs, only 9 of those earned. He's walked 16, struck out 25, has 2 wild pitches. He's hit 6 batters, and he's in there to try to save this game for Alan Mason.
And, you know, we talked about it last night about how long Coach was going to let him stay in that 8-0 ball game. Mm-hmm. And, you know, he got him out quick enough the way he can come back and throw tonight.
So Mason departs. That was his first walk. Struck out 4, hit a couple. And a wild pitch. Could win, cannot lose.
Pitch count ended up.
Oh, it's just, I mean, the pitch count wasn't the issue.
Yeah,
I think it was a stress situation. He threw 78.
78. So. Yeah, just curious what he ended up with. Yep.
Now, this is a safe situation because the tying run is in the on-deck circle.
Yeah, the tying run. I mean, yeah, yes, correct. Okay. It's 3 runs. Yeah,
right.
3 runs and in. It's a safe situation.
Right.
So here we go with a runner first and nobody out. Bryce Robinson is singled, reached on an error, scored twice, 1 for 3. Check of the runner. Pitch on the way. Fast strike over the inside edge. It's 0-1.
Good pitch there.
No balls and a strike. From the stretch with the 0-1. Top foul as he was jammed, and it's 0-2. Gernhauser comes in throwing strikes and gets ahead.
Mm-hmm. That was the same location, up under the hands. Great pitch.
No balls, 2 strikes. Chopper over the mound to second.
Tough.
Second baseman will throw to first for the out. That's a big out. Brother Martin needs 2 more. Sienna, or rather Randall, has to make that play. Had to wait on it with the runner flashing by. Handle it fine. 1 out, runner to second. And now Tyron Kirkland, who singled, scored a run. He's 1 for 3.
Now on that play, you know, the runner got by in front, but if there's a collision there, the fielder has the opportunity to make the play. The interference would have been on the runner.
Mm-hmm.
Stretch pitch. Popped him up, straight up behind the plate. Should be out of play. It is. No balls and a strike. And the pitch. Missing just down. It's 1-1.
Had to be down.
1-1 the count on Kirkland. One ball and one strike. Ready once more. And the pitch on the way. That's a good breaking ball for a strike call.
Yep.
And it's 1-2.
Good pitch. Good pitch.
Big difference in the velocity. That's what keeps him off balance.
One and two the count, and here it comes. Swinging a foul as he lined it down the left field side. So it holds. And a ball and 2 strikes. 9-6, Brother Martin, bottom of the 7th. Crusaders hold on to win. The third and deciding game is Saturday at 2:30 at Mike Miley Stadium in Metairie. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kirkland back in. Sign given. Stretch pitch. Up and in. So it's 2-2. From Gernhauser to Kirkland. Purple Knights need one more base runner here to have a chance.
Correct.
Crusaders have out hit the Purple Knights 10-7, lead at 9-6. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Play the hitter to pull. Left in center field. Shallow and right. Stepping off Gernhauser. So many twists and turns in this game.
That's baseball.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Gernhauser to the plate. Popped him up foul. First baseman chasing. Long run. Near the fence. Cannot get it. Good effort by Stringer. That's tough with the ball tailing away from him, and he's got his back to it.
Yeah.
That's pretty difficult.
Well, and he did it right. You know, a lot of infielders will kind of try and coast with it. He turned. He sprinted to try and get under the ball. Just took off. That's what infielders
did a great job. Paul Goldschmidt would have had it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stretch and the pitch. Popped him up that way again. Foul. And once again, it will be out of play, and it holds at 2 balls and 2 strikes. I mean, come on, how could you not love the Cardinals? You know, I mean, goodness gracious. I mean, Stan the Man was my first, exposure. Then a guy named Lou Brock, a Louisiana guy, who's the nicest guy you ever met in your life. A guy named Bob Gibson, who just was phenomenal. There's a hard hit, base hit left field. Runner will stop at third, and the Purple Knights will get the tying run to the plate. Kirkland with his second hit. A sharp single to left. Here we go again. Boy, this is fun.
This is a great game. Goodness gracious.
And look who's coming up. Troy Brown, who's hammered a line drive single to center and crushed an RBI double to left.
Yep. May have been the hardest hit ball of the night.
And now how big does that 4th run in the top of the 7th look? Like I said, that extra run was huge. Wild pitches that plated not 1 but 2 runs. Here's Brown. Of course, a double play could end it. Brown could tie it with 1 swing. All kinds of possibilities here. Gernhauser pitching. That's high. He doesn't want to be up there with that off-speed pitch, 1-0.
No, indeed. Now, the question is, do you want to run him to stay out the double play? Or do you run him and he gets thrown out? This is what goes on.
I mean, again, that's
right.
Not going. Swung on and missed. Well, that'll get the runner advanced.
Yep.
That one got through the legs of the catcher.
Through the wickets.
It has to go as a wild pitch because it was in the dirt. 1-1 the count. So now 2 runners in scoring position, which doesn't really concern Brother Martin because they've got a 3-run lead. They're just counting outs right now.
Yeah.
The time called is Prather goes to talk to his hurler. Make sure they are on the same page about what they want to do with a guy that's really giving them a tough time tonight at the plate. Brown has been really good.
And again, now how carefully do you want to pitch here? You don't want to put the tying run on first base, but you don't want to lay one up here and knock in 2 runs to get the tying run on anyway. Interesting.
Runner at second. Runner at third. 1 out. Brown at the plate, 1-1 the pitch. Chopper foul, third base side. It's 1-2. The winner of this series goes to Hammond, to Southeastern in the semifinals to play the winner of the John Curtis Archbishop Rummel series. A ball and 2 strikes. Ready once again. Time call. Other side of the bracket, Catholic High beat Shaw last night. Check that out tonight as well. One and 2 the count. The pitch. It's outside. 2-2. Catholic has advanced. Catholic defeated Archbishop Shaw 15-2 in 5 innings to win that series 2-0. And they go to the semifinals to play the winner of the Bird Jesuit series, which starts tomorrow night in Shreveport. 2-2 the count. We'll update the brackets at the end of this game for you from CrescentCitySports.com. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Missing away. And it is full 3-2. And gets a little bit tighter here. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Brown, who settles back in. Runners away from second and third. 3-2 the count. Payoff pitch is on the way, and a swing and a drive to center. Center fielder is there, putting it away. Basile. Runner tags from third. He scores. Runner for third. He's safe, and it's a 9-7 game. But now the Purple Knights are down to their last out. Brown hit it well. Gets a sac fly, his second RBI to make it 9-7. And the last chance is the youngster, Judah Durantale, who's got 2 hits and an RBI, 2 singles and a ground out. One of those, the RBI bunt single earlier.
I mean, with the third baseman playing where he's playing, I might want to bunt again here.
He is back.
The pitch, swinging a foul back. It's 0-1. Oh, 0-1 the count. The pitch, strike call. Good breaking ball, and it's 0-2. And the Crusaders are a strike away from extending this series to a third and deciding game. No balls and 2 strikes on Judah Durantale. Runner at second, 2 outs on 0-2. Getting the sign once more. Gernhauser is set. And here's the pitch. Swinging a tap foul to stay alive. Pitch got in on him, and he stayed with it.
That was the only place that ball could be hit. It was well in on him, and he just turned on it and hit it by the third base dugout. I'm suspecting a breaking ball here.
Gets the sign. Ready the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and the Brother Martin Crusaders win it by the score of 9-7. Good ball game. Down to the final out. And Brother Martin has a life, and the Crusaders have forced Game 3 coming up Saturday afternoon, which will be at Mike Miley Stadium, changing venues at 2:30 Saturday afternoon, and we will have it live on CrescentCitySports.com for you. So right now, guys, let's update the brackets as we stand in Division 1. Catholic High has advanced. They swept Archbishop Shaw. The number 1 seed will play in Hammond at Southeastern against the winner of the Jesuit Bird Series. That's 4th seeded Bird, 5th seeded Jesuit. They start that series tomorrow night. Meanwhile, Archbishop Rummel edged John Curtis Christian 3-2 to lead that series 1-0. And here tonight, Brother Martin wins at 9-7 to tie this series at a game apiece. The winner of Brother Martin St. Aug will play the winner of John Curtis and Rummel in Hammond in the semifinals. And once you get to the semis, it's a knockout phase. It's a single game.
Yeah.
The best of 3 is over with. But this was a 9-7 game here tonight. Just again, an uneven game, but a really good game with 2 teams that competed extremely hard. And bottom line was the defense was a huge part of the failure for St. Augustine in this game. That had really failed Brother Martin and St. Aug's big 3-run inning. But in the end, Brother Martin found a way to put enough runs on the board to hold off the Purple Knights 9-7, Kenny.
Well, it's hard to overcome 5 errors. St. Aug almost did it when they went ahead in the bottom of the 6th. But you can't make 5 errors and walk 3 or 4 people and expect to beat a good team. To me, that's what the name of the game is here tonight. Both Mason and Durant-Slay threw great ball games. Both those kids deserve the better fate. They did a great job. I love watching the fundamental baseball that was done here tonight with the bunting and just a great ball game. Great high school game, and I can't wait to see number 3.
Ro?
Yeah, it was a good one. It was a real good one. Hats off to both these teams. We know Brother Martin's really good. They can hit the ball, and like Kenny said, I haven't seen this many successful bunts in a baseball game in a long time. Moving runners along. Yeah, like Kenny said, a little uneven at times defensively on both sides of the ball. But Game 3 should be really, really good, and it's, like I said, hats off to both these teams, both these programs. St. Aug hadn't won a state baseball title since 1958 when they beat Webster for the LIALO title. Raymond Heiser was on that team. Frankie Garnett spent some time with the Washington Senators organization. And Ken, you would like to know, Roland Evans was the head coach, and the assistant was a young man named Eddie Flint.
My buddy, man. Yeah, he's such a good man. And I did not know that. That's why I hang around you, so that I get educated more and more every day. That's because we're not going to use that 3-letter word.
Go on, say it. I'm old.
He's seasoned.
I'll say it.
He's seasoned. That's simple, man. So he's got some knowledge there. So let's tell you about the totals of this game. For Brother Martin, 9 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors, and 8 men left on base. For St. Augustine, 7 runs, 8 hits, 5 errors, 7 men were left on base. The winning pitcher is Alan Mason. He goes to 6-1, pitched 6 innings, allowed 4 earned runs. You give a save to Sam Gernhauser, 1 inning pitched. He gets his 2nd save of the year. The loser, Jeffrey Durant-Slay. The game took 2 hours and 19 minutes to play. And Brother Martin, before a capacity crowd, defeats St. Aug 9-7 to tie the series at a game apiece. Game 3 is Saturday at 2:30. We will have it live at CrescentCitySports.com, and we look forward to bringing you that. And it's going to be a lot of fun, to say the least. Final thought, Ro?
Well, like I said, Game 3 ought to be really good at Miley on Saturday. Like I said, hats off to both these teams, both these coaching staffs. It was a good one, and Saturday should be really fun.
Kenny?
Well, I want to thank both of you guys for letting me hang up here with you guys tonight. It's great talking with people who know baseball and who like talking baseball. This is a great ball game. 2 good teams. Whoever advances is going to do a good job. And look forward to Saturday.
Well, it's been a pleasure, guys. I really appreciate you both being here and really enjoyed it, to say the least. Thanks for joining us tonight. We want to thank, by the way, our crew, Matt and Chip Merritt and Ethan Porter, for doing a great job here tonight. Always appreciate that. Our coverage of high school baseball playoff action continues tomorrow night on Crescent City Sports with Game 2 of the Division I quarterfinal series between the John Curtis Christian Patriots and the Archbishop Brummel Raiders. First pitch at 6:30. For Ro Brown, for Kenny Forsang, and for our entire Crescent City Sports production team, I'm Ken Trahan, saying so long from Kirsch-Rooney Stadium, where once again your final score was Brother Martin 9, St. Augustine 7. Thanks for joining us, and be a good sport. God bless you one and all. We are rounding third and heading home. So long.